Oh my God, just as that was ending, I had the horrible urge to burp really loudly. Oh my God. Oh, and with that, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Blank Page Tavern, where us group of writers are procrastinating our works in progress by playing Dungeons and Dragons. Would you like to all say hello? And since we are in a tavern, also say what you are drinking this morning.
Hello. I have boring water that keeps sticking to my coaster every time I pick it up.
Oh, I hate that.
Oh, I hate that. I am also drinking water, but I've got my poison cup today.
Every time I'm just shook by how cool they
I'm
are.
just excited because I collect mugs, so I finally have a place to show them.
I know, but I was like, your collection must be so much bigger than I initially thought. 'Cause, like, I also consider myself a mug connoisseur, but like, I feel like I would have run out by this point. I mean, I guess we're only 5 episodes in, so never mind.
True,
but yeah,
only 5 mugs down.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'm excited to see how deep it goes.
That's what she said.
Oh my God.
That was good.
Devisha, would you like to introduce yourself and your drink?
Yes, I am Devisha, and I'm drinking pomegranate green tea.
Oh my.
Fancy.
Nicely done.
And I'm Katie Ann, and I have 2 drinks with me because, of course, I have a cold brew that I'm using iced coffee with creamer already in it as like a creamer. So it's like double the coffee. And because I'm literally dying of thirst this morning, I have this gigundous water bottle because I literally feel like I'm going to die of thirst.
Well,
so
you're dying of thirst because that gigundous water bottle is full. Hold it up again.
Well,
like, have you even
I
had
just got it.
Okay.
No, I just got up.
She's like, I just woke up.
Okay.
This is why I was late, was because it took me 5 minutes to fucking fill it.
Yeah, that's fair. And
I prioritized this over my eyebrows.
Also, hello, everybody. I am the DM, and just in case you didn't know, Mars is playing Micah Blightsong, who is a tiefling druid, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Becca is playing Alara, who is an half-elf ranger, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Devisha is playing Tefra Ashfall, who is an Earth Genasi monk. And Katie Ann Wrights is playing Val, who is are you a half drow or are you just full drow? You're full drow. We talked about this. Your background, you're full. So you're a full elf.
Everyone else thinks so. Yeah. I mean, I'm a full elf. I'm not full drow.
Okay, but you're a full elf, yes.
Yes.
And
drow elf, yes.
And you guys need to all just ignore what she just said. No metagaming. And and you are a rogue, correct?
Yes.
And then I'm the DM, and I am drinking water. Also, we have something very exciting today, right before the game starts, because Miss Tefra Ashfall's portrait has been completed. And Devisha has not seen it yet, but before I show it to you, I'm going to say hi to Stieg. Stieg has made it to a stream. So excited to see you. Hello, travelers and adventurers and any potential omnipotent deities who's pulling the strings of destiny today. There's no pulling of strings. There's just deciding which strings get paid attention to. Stieg appreciated you. That's what she said. Or titled your sex tape. I forget what you did. Did you will it with water from the well in the wood? Huh?
I sure did. Yep, it took a while. Yep.
Fair enough. I'm okay. I believe that you've been here before. Sorry. All right. Are we ready to do the Tefra Ashfall reveal?
Reveal, yeah. So ready.
Drum roll.
I'm so excited. Hold on. Somebody else talk while I get her pulled up. I should have had her pulled up, but I don't.
Did anyone post about this on Instagram? Any promo so that I can repost? I thought about doing it, but then I went back to sleep.
That's legitimate.
To be fair, it's 6 a.m. here, so I did not.
Hold on.
Stieg peach iced tea sounds so good.
Oh, that does sound good.
Sorry. I don't want my Discord DMs with Gigi to be in the background, so I'm having to take a screenshot and then I have to open up the screenshot. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Come on. It's just prolonging the anticipation.
I know.
So for real. All right.
It's giving me time to post about this episode, so hit the
Pretty
time.
good.
Fair. All right. Are we ready?
Yes.
3,
Oh my god.
2, 1.
It
Oh
looks
my
so
god.
Isn't she incredible?
That's
Isn't she
stunning.
amazing?
gorgeous.
Oh my
I think she's
god.
so
And the eyebrow
beautiful.
slit. Yes.
Yep. That was a requirement.
God. Look at her.
Oh my gosh. I can't wait to print her off.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'll be sending everybody. Becca, Gigi has started work on Alara, but I'll be sending everybody the like high quality PNG or whatever it is of their characters, so that way you can do with it what you will. Once they're all done, I will be printing them off and making little like tokens of them, so we can use them as miniatures while we play. But yeah, I love the background. I love how like galactic it is. It's so beautiful. Stieg says, I'm packing for my trip today and drinking peach iced tea. Lovely. I'll mail you someone an envelope. She looks like of the community show stopping. But yes, there she is, Tefra. I think she's so beautiful. I love the when Devesha first sent me the character description and said that she had like almost, how do you pronounce that condition? Vitiligo?
Oh,
Vitiligo? Vitiligo, except instead of it just being a change in skin coloration, it's like geodes and rocks. I thought that was such a cool concept.
So cool.
Yeah, I think she's awesome. All right. And with that, are people ready to get in today's session?
Yes.
All right. Would anybody like to do a recap of what happened last time? I can do it, but if anybody else wants to do it, feel free.
I think
I'd
you
be so
should
real
do
with you.
it.
I don't remember.
Okay. So, Stieg, you're at the wrong place. There will be no sprints. This is not a productivity stream. This is a D&D stream. Okay, so last time, the majority of the session was taken up as you guys ran to the Executioner's Run in the hopes of saving the husband of Merchant. Wait, I'm going to get it confused in my head. Is it Draza was that the merchant, or is it Bellum who's the merchant?
Bellum's the merchant.
Bellum's the merchant. Draza was the merchant's husband who had been falsely accused and thrown into prison overnight, and then was scheduled to be in the Executioner's Run the next day. And you had a run-in with them and had kind of made a promise that, or had said you would try and help. But upon your arrival at the Executioner's Run, somehow, unbeknownst to you, both the cart holding the prisoners and the cart holding the velociraptors that were going to be the main antagonists of the Executioner's Run had been broken open, basically. And the several velociraptors and their 2 handlers were kind of terrorizing the crowd as the handlers were trying to regain control of the creatures. You guys fought the velociraptors. The handlers did not like that very much, as the velociraptors are part of their livelihood. And so you ended up having to fight the thugs as well. You ended up killing everybody and everything, and looting them for a mace and a 1-year sober gold coin. But ultimately, other than like 1 or 2 fatalities, you were able to kind of deal with the threat at the Executioner's Run. And then you headed back to the market ward, where you went to Bellum and Draza's store / flat that's above their storefront. You broke in after casting fog cloud, and under the disguise of that spell, you broke into the shop. You investigated. You found an interesting threatening note, something along of the lines of "He's mine, stay away." But other than that, you found an abandoned apartment and not much else. And so then you exited just as the fog cloud was kind of coming to an end, and with some very well done rolls, were able to escape unnoticed into the crowds of Port Nyanzaru, which, speaking of, I'm not going to leave it as a tavern the whole time. We're in the streets of the city. So, yes, what would you take it from here, my friends?
Okay, so what time is it? Because don't we have a dinner appointment tonight?
So I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, it was just before lunchtime after, like, it was like around 11 o'clock when you defeated all of the Velociraptors. Then you headed back to the market ward, you had lunch, and then you went and for like 30 minutes to an hour did the heist kind of at the shop. So we're gonna say it's afternoon at this point, maybe 12:30.
Okay. Were we in the I'm blanking. Did we have like a tentative plan, guys?
I think we were going to do shopping for our trip because we have 2 days until the boat leaves to go to the other.
And we have to like buy stuff for Jungle Adventure.
You froze for a second, but
yes, you did freeze for a second, but it came across.
I'm doing my best.
No, it came across. 2 days until the boat from Jessamine is set to leave, although you don't know the official full details of that, so might need to do some reconnaissance there. But yes, you've been encouraged to buy supplies.
We have a few hours till the dinner.
Also, I've got this ring I'm supposed to trade to the Grand Sook for some monies. So we've got to figure out, first of all, who the fuck the Grand Sook is and where to find him.
I also feel like we got to find that Tabaxi who we gave money to. Or I gave money to.
Oh, yeah.
Because I need my money back.
Oh, right.
Riddle, the girly pop.
I forgot. Did I give him money? I think I did.
You did.
I think you
Both
did, yeah.
Alara and Val gave 1 gold coin.
Okay.
Also, Ava has arrived. Welcome, Ava.
Hi, good morning.
So where would we find supplies? We probably would find it in the market district ward.
So we don't want to try and find the couple to see if they escaped, or like the letter that says that he's mine. Like, didn't we think that came from the weird shop owner lady?
Yeah.
I feel like Tefra and I should not show up there because she creeped us out. But if you and Val want to
I
go,
feel like we were thinking about that, but I don't know if we actually ever decided to follow up on that. Do we want to follow up on that, or are we done with this couple and just assume that he escaped because there was no one there? Or are we letting that
Well, if I remember correctly, there was no sign of a struggle, right? And it was like cleaned out. So I'm under the assumption that they just packed up and left, and that's what I'm gonna hope and pray for.
Okay, so we just are like, we're over them.
Unless they come back around.
It's not the consensus. I just want to know. Because we can get ready for the trip. I just didn't know if you guys wanted to explore any of that.
I wouldn't mind going to meet this gnome woman, because there is a bookstore I wanted to visit that's not hers, but is around there, I believe. So,
okay. I mean, but Micah and Tefra, you guys don't want to see her again.
I'd prefer not to.
I wouldn't mind. Now that I know she's relatively harmless.
Possibly.
She's not keeping thugs in her back room.
I know, right?
Get into her back room. Like, what is she hiding back there? Come on, girl.
Okay, so do we want to just pop by and see if she's even there? Maybe see, because what if she took the guy? I mean, if someone was responsible for letting the raptors get out. So was it a desperate act of a husband that was just trying to save his husband, or was there more involved? Like, do we want to figure this out? Is this important to us before we leave? Because we can just get supplies and get ready for our main purpose of being here, but there's part of me that's
time. We do have 2 days.
Yeah,
Part of me also wonders. I mean, we went to see one grand prince who gave us money and a ship. Who knows what Jabal will give us if we play our cards right?
And we almost got killed trying to help this guy. I feel like
that's why I'm willing to let it go.
Yeah.
Right, but at the same time, it's like when you put your life on the line like that, I want to make sure he's okay. But if we can't, we can't. But I'm just worried that from that note, if this was from that lady, that maybe she.
We
Did
can
we
go.
take the note with us?
Oh, do we have the note with us? Did we take it?
Tefra was the one who found it, so it's up to Tefra whether or not. I will say Tefra was pretty against the removal of items from the store.
Right.
But Tefra, it's up to you whether or not you would have stashed that note. You did do a comparison of handwriting to that note, to the love note that Val took from Azon, and you do know that those two handwritings did not match.
Right.
But I don't know if you took the note or if you put it back into the pile of ledgers that you found it in.
Can we say that I took it?
We can say that you took it.
I remember leaving my own note. I don't remember anything else.
You did.
I remember that. Yes.
Yeah, you left a note and like a little bit of money to pay for the bracelet that Val stole.
The earring.
The earring, sorry, yeah.
Okay, we can go to this bookstore lady because we also need to figure out who the Grand Sook is, or Sook, and how to get in contact with him before we do any purchasing of stuff, because that's a lot of money we're just sitting on.
The market district is the best place to find that stuff out. So onward to Chilton chapters? Question mark?
Chilton chapters, yes.
I remember it's like
right. Just to bring a little bit of chance into it, Katie, will you go ahead and roll me a d6?
A d6, yes. Oh, hold on. My character sheet's loading. D6. Roll to everyone. 1. Let's hope that is not indicative of the rest of today's rolls.
All right. So you show up and Chilton chapters, the door is closed, but long pause for effect, for dramatic effect. The door is closed, but there are lights on. Obviously not electric lights, but it is lit from within.
Okay. So I'm just gonna go over and knock on the door, see if anyone answers.
Okay.
It is a store. Can we just walk in, or no? Is it locked?
Yeah, I'll check to see if it's locked.
The door is locked.
Okay.
Okay. Then I knock after seeing that it's locked. I'm gonna knock.
Okay. All right. So you knock, and I've completely forgotten what Carmen sounds like, so get ready for a new voice. But you knock, and you just hear, yes, 1 second. And you kind of so we're gonna just say that this store has frosted glass windows, and so you see vague movement behind, hustle bustle a little bit, but then you hear click click and the door opens, and there is the gnomish woman. Kind of, you tower over her obviously as an elf, but she looks, she's like, yes, welcome, come on in, sorry for the late open. And she's like, her hair is all aflutter, and She's trying to put it up into like a really quick bun. But yeah, and she kind of ushers you inside and says, take a look around. I'll just be behind the corner if you need me. But yeah.
Okay. She seems lovely. Is she acting different? And I'm whispering to Tefra. Is she acting different than she was when you guys were here?
Yeah, a little, very much less intense, but
Okay.
she wasn't this flustered the first time around. She barely, acknowledged us when we walked in.
Okay.
Let's insight check her. Like.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you're rolling a vibe check on Carmen. What's
Yeah.
yours is a +5? Is that right?
It is.
Hold on. I'll put it here so you can hear the roll. Damn it. You're just too insightful for me. Hold on. Tefra, insight on Carmen. Okay. So, Tefra, first of all, you notice that she only really acknowledges Val. She's clearly distracted. You don't even know if at this point she knows more than one person has entered her store. She definitely has not noticed you or Micah yet. And honestly, this is a little bit of a perception check blended into the insight check, but we're just going to go with it because you rolled potentially high. You don't know. You don't know what you rolled. But you see that it's not just that her hair is askew, but she's covered in like scratches and scuffs, and you kind of see her like wiping at her hand. She has a handkerchief that's like kind of tinged with pink. You maybe think that she had like a wound or something that she blotted at, and she's just like very fretful, and but she goes back behind the counter and doesn't even acknowledge that there are people in her store. Really, she's just like, kind of futzing about, just kind of trying to get herself in composed order.
We don't notice that.
Only Tefra notices that at this point. Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell y'all, like, she's got scratches. There was a hanky with some blood. I don't want to be concerned, but I am.
Do you think she was the one that let the raptors loose?
Oh, possibly.
Is she the one? Is she the one that's like in love with Traza?
Yes, I think, right? Didn't we hear
Right?
that?
Haven't we established?
Yeah.
No, I thought she was in love with the merchant.
Bella? Oh, Azal.
Oh, that's right.
He was handsome. I can't blame her there. Should we ask her what's wrong? Should we ask her if she's okay?
Katie, can you move a little closer to your mic, please?
Sorry, I'm trying to whisper for dramatic effect.
We can just say that you guys are whispering, and she is distracted.
Okay.
enough that you can talk and roam and assume that she's not really paying attention to you.
Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to have her for funsies.
I know, and normally I'd love it, but when we're on StreamYard, you gotta work the mics.
Yeah. I get it.
I think we should ask questions, but very subtly.
Okay.
So Val, I don't know if you have any questions about. I don't know what you had questions about, but try to slip in like, "Oh, that was so crazy! What happened this morning with the velociraptors?"
Okay. All right. Going on my charming reconnaissance mission.
Okay.
I'll walk over to the counter and I'll lean over and be like, "Oh my gosh, did you see what happened today at Executioner's Row? It was so scary."
I never make it over to that part of the city, so no, I didn't see that at all. No.
The velociraptors got out and they were like maiming people. Can you believe that? Oh my god. It was so scary. I'm so glad you weren't over there.
Me too. Well, I'm glad you also are fine. Can I help you with? Are you looking for anything in particular?
I'm just browsing around for some books.
Mhm.
The thing is, I don't know if I should. You seem like a wonderful lady. I'm sorry. It's just I'm running away from something, from someone, and I was wondering if you had any help with that. With, I
What?
have an abusive husband. So do you have any so sorry, I just noticed the scratches on your arms. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Do you have any
It's all right. I took
healing
a spill
things?
earlier today. Sorry, do I
Oh,
have any what?
healing things? Anything related to that of some sort?
This is a bookstore. I sell books, not healing things.
That's okay. That's fair. Do you have any
Spell books or anything?
no
No,
spell
I don't.
books?
No, I'm the only person in this city who will sell you anything magical is Wakongo Otomu.
Heard a lot about him. Heard a lot about all you merchant princes, really.
They are the grand beacons, the glittering lights of Port Nyanzaru.
Do you know any of them? Because I would be interested in maybe meeting one like Jabal or a Jessamine.
I do have I am very well trusted by many of the merchant princes, given my vast array of knowledge. But if you are interested in meeting with a merchant prince, your best bet is going to the Golden Throne. That is the kind of the large palace that serves as their meeting place. And a lot of them keep offices there.
Oh, is the Grand Sook there too?
The Grand Sook is in that ward, yes. That's a market in that ward, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to buy a book or?
Yeah, I'm still looking. I just, I always like to meet the shop owner first. Yeah, I met this lovely man the other day. He was actually very helpful to me. Oh gosh, what was his name? Bellum, I think. He owns a jewelry store. He was lovely to meet. He's actually having husband problems too. Oh my God, I related so much to him. It was crazy.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to roll a deception check. She's doing a vibe check on you.
Okay. 10. Oh no.
Okay. Steve says she's laying it on thick today. As soon as you say that name, her eyes narrow. And she goes, "What did you say you were doing in town again?"
I'm on the run, actually. I'm just passing through. It's been quite
Passing
difficult.
through to where? The jungle?
Yeah, actually. I
Go
feel like
back
I'll have
to your husband. And she kind of dismisses you.
I'm sorry, I missed that. What did she say?
She said, "Go back to your husband." Very coldly, and then turned away.
She's not a girl's girl.
Okay, so I'm gonna whisper to Tefra because
walk away.
we're slightly. Are we? Is Ed with us or?
I'm gonna walk back over and kind of give the lowdown to everybody.
Because so we're having a little powwow, right?
Mhm.
And so can she hear us at the counter or no?
You don't know.
Okay, I'm whispering. Just in
Okay.
case.
Okay.
But I don't know if this is coming from. I don't know, but I really feel like she knows something. And what do you guys want to do? Because there's a part of me that really just wants to take her and question her, like aggressively.
I also want to question her, maybe not as aggressively, but I think we shouldn't harm her or make it obvious that we're against her because she is in the pocket of the grand nope of the.
Do we know that for sure?
Merchant princes?
Azon does know her. He has said that he knows of her. Didn't you guys talk about her a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
I say one of us goes over and locks the door again, sneakily, and then we kind of approach the counter. And
okay, but what are we going to ask her? Like, what is our intent? Like, what I want to, like, if we can have a game plan, if we're not going to be as aggressive as I would like to be, then like, let's try and figure out what we want. What do we think she knows? Because those scratches came from somewhere. She didn't have a spill, like she said. And she really closed up and got rude when you mentioned him. I forgot his name. A terrible name. Can Alara just be terrible with names and that's just a part of her character?
Relatable, seriously.
Mike is gonna look over to Lara and look you dead in the eyes and say, "If you get hurt again, I cannot heal you."
I understand. I really appreciate you healing me. I'm losing my voice now.
It's choking you up. So emotional.
I know. We were enemies, and now like, you got my hit point up. It's beautiful. Okay, but what do we want from this woman?
well, I feel like first we should get her out from behind the counter because I don't know what magical thing she could have there. She could have like a magical red, those
Yeah.
a magical button that alerts the authorities that something is happening. I don't know if that exists in this world, but
It could.
just
It could.
precaution.
I'm with you.
I could push over one of the stacks of books and be like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." And when she comes over, we could surround her and be like,
Okay.
"What are you up to, woman?"
Okay. I mean, I'm good with anything that's aggressive.
I don't think we should do anything aggressive of any sort because, as we know, she knows Azon and Jabal, the people that we are meeting with tonight and trying to be on the good side of.
Typical Micah.
Yeah, typical Micah trying to get us out of here, not in trouble.
I feel like the first thing we should do is show her the note and just, I guess, point blank asked her because what is our goal here? I guess is what
That's what I'm asking. Like,
I would love to know what's going on with Bella and Draza. Have they just left the city, or is Carmen holding one of them hostage in the back room?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yes, I agree. Like, we don't have to be aggressive, but we can be straightforward and let's just be honest with as honest as we can be. We know, with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that approach better. Straightforward, but not roughing her up.
Yeah. Okay.
We all okay with this
Yes.
Sure.
Micah. Yes. Okay. No, we're not going to hurt anybody.
Kefra, you got the note?
I'm on board. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's go. So we all approach.
Okay. And in this moment, you do see her recognition of both Micah and Tefra. That now she is aware that there are that not only are there more people in the store, but two of them she recognizes. Yeah.
Okay.
I would like to be like, "Oh, I apologize for leaving so abruptly the other day. I had to make some bowel movements. It was so bad. I had some bad tej. I'm so sorry. I wanted to come back and apologize, and then thank you for putting Azon on my path."
I put Azon on your path. I did. And you can tell she's like, she does not know how to process everything, like you being here, and obviously she's flustered about something else, and she's just kind of like, are you going to buy books?
Okay, listen, we're going to be honest with you. We know they were a little freaked out when you wanted their map. Like, you were really obsessive about getting that map. And now we hear that you got the name, the husbands.
Bella.
We've been hearing things about you. We've heard things about you from the prince. We've talked to the prince.
Jabal.
Yes.
Spoke with Jabal.
And
What did he
we've
say?
heard things about you. He talked about you.
Jabal talked about me. What did he
Yeah.
say?
No, we talked to Azon. We did not
Azon.
talk to Jabal.
It
Oh,
wasn't Jabal? Well, who was it? Was it the?
That was his
Azon.
husband. Azon.
Oh,
Azon is Jabal's husband.
wait, and he wasn't.
No,
not-
Okay, I thought
It was
they were
Janice.
together.
Janice the
yeah, and
bodyguard.
Janice was there.
Oh, so we only talked to
Straight
the
up.
husband. Okay,
Anyway,
well,
we know that you had a reaction to even the mention of Bellum and Draza. And we want to make sure they're safe. And Tefra, we found this note and we were wondering if you knew anything about it.
you show her the note.
mhm.
Like, you know.
Like alone.
All right. She kind of leans in and she looks off to her side and she goes, "The last I heard." I'm so sorry. Is it Draza or Bellum who got sentenced to execution?
Draza.
It was
Okay.
Draza.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. She's like, "The last I heard, the thief Draza was sentenced to the executioner's run this morning, but as you said, something occurred there. So I don't know anything about anything.
You
Where
didn't
did you
send
get those
them.
scratches? Oh,
I
sorry.
fell.
Does she have anything like out on the counter that we can see any like glances of her handwriting? Do like a quick matches the note while we're standing there?
That's a good question.
Like a ledger of some sort, a receipt book.
No, there are just some there's some little what's it called, impulse buy things, like some bookmarks and pins and like a little candy dish, but nothing that you see on the countertop that has her writing. There is a sign, but it's like a wooden sign that's been carved and it just says "Thanks, come again."
Okay.
And she goes, I didn't even intend to open the store today. I'm going to have to ask you all to leave.
I thought you wanted us to buy something.
I'm
I
not
go
doing
back to the
very
shelf.
What?
I go back to the shelves. I'm like,
I'm really not feeling well today. I'm going to have to insist that you all leave.
Can I do to see if I can see anything in her back area?
Oh, and you know what? How about
something?
Yeah, you can roll a perception check and also Stig. Val, because you've been doing a lot of the chit chat. Why don't you roll me? Never mind. Yeah, Alara, you can do a perception check, and she's trying to ask you guys. Well, she's trying to insist that you all leave.
I got a 7.
Okay, you don't really see anything of import, just like books.
Okay.
And dust.
Love dust.
Can I roll a persuasion thing? Can I do persuasion? Can I persuade her?
You can, but you have to give me an action to pair it with. You can't just ask to persuade her.
Look, if you're in trouble, we can help you. If there is someone that's going to hurt you or something that's going on, we will help you. We want to help you. That's what our whole job is. The 4 of us, we are adventurers who are trying to help people. So if you need help, we can help you. Just if you just let us. And if you don't want help, I'll buy a bookmark and leave. But if you need help, please tell us and we can help you. Truly.
Okay, you can roll a persuasion check with that.
$12.
She kind of looks down and she goes, I truly need no help from you nor anyone. Thank you. Please leave. But buy that bookmark first.
I'll take the bookmark and I give it to her. And how much is the bookmark?
like 3 copper.
Can I also like? So I'm gonna buy the bookmark, and then I'm gonna flip it over, and I'm gonna like write my name and Kaya's House of Repose on it, and give it to her.
Okay.
Be like, if you change your mind.
Thank you. And she like slips it into her robe pocket.
As we leave, I want to be like, I'll make sure to tell Jabal just how helpful you were today. Thank you.
And she like sparks, like you notice a little spark of interest from her, but nothing more than that.
Because we are seeing him tonight for dinner. Just saying.
Laura always having to get the last word in.
Anything from her from that? We're gonna see him tonight. We're gonna hang out with him for dinner.
She's just ushering you all to leave at this point.
So we leave. Okay, well.
Wait, what district is the Grand Sook in?
You ask her that?
Yeah.
It's in the Merchant's Ward. It's a large market. It's hard to miss.
Okay, thank you. True, that one was a real appreciation.
And as you all walk out of the store, she like slams the door shut behind you, and you hear like 3 resounding lock clicks.
Well, we know what we're gonna say to Prince tonight.
All right, I think that's enough, Laura. We're
just like pushing
Yeah,
away.
I want to know. She knows more than she's letting on.
If she needs help,
I
we'll
don't
give
care
it to
if
her,
she needs
but
help. I want to aggressively question her.
we can ask Jabal and Azon about her again. See if
Alright,
maybe
fine.
they know anything else, because I am kind of worried about her. I feel like something's going on. If she changes her mind, she changes her mind. If not, there's nothing we can do, sadly.
All right.
All right, to the Grand Sook, yet another fun person to meet, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
I think, yeah, let's go.
Is the Grand Sook a person or a place?
You heard Carmen say that it's a market in the Merchant's Ward.
Oh.
Okay, that's what I thought, but then everyone was saying a person, and I'm like, wait.
Yeah, I thought it was a person.
Oh, I fully thought it was a person.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
well, I guess it's better that it's a market. That
Maybe it'll make it easier.
This is from my reading fantasy books. I'm pretty sure I've seen the word sook as like a gold market specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so it's like the fancy special place.
Yeah, which is why that's where we were sent to do the ring. So I guess we're gonna do that now.
Yeah, we should do
Yeah,
that.
we need some money to buy our supplies. Do we have to hail a tuk-tuk to get there, or
Yeah, is it far? Can we walk? Or
It's in the Merchant's Ward, which is on the other side of the city. It's near
Okay.
where the villas are.
so we probably should take a tuk-tuk.
I'm a hail a tuk-tuk.
Hail a tuk-tuk. All right. Yeah, with the rain. Oh, you know what? Let me roll. Why don't you roll me a d10?
Who?
All of us? One of us?
No, sorry, just you, Val.
Oh, just me? Okay, because I'm...
I hope we find one of
Hailing.
our friend tuk-tuk drivers. I
Mhm.
miss them.
I know.
They're our friends.
6.
A 6.
Yes, 6.
Okay. Unfortunately, because of the rain, you stand there for a while, and the few tuk-tuks that pass you at this point are occupied by people. Yeah, you wait, and there just isn't a free one coming. Do you want to just go ahead and start walking, or do you want to wait for a little while longer?
Well,
We can just start walking.
were there more shops that we wanted to look at here? We can just like look around, see if maybe the rain will let up a little bit.
There is that smutty bookstore I wanted to go to.
Do you want to go check that out first?
I actually would love to. I forget what the name of it is.
I believe it was Dinosaur Days.
Yes.
But spelled
Dinosaur
with it spelled like DAZE.
Yeah. Let's go over to Dinosaur Days. I'm gonna need some reading material for our jungle adventure.
Okay. All right. So you head into Dinosaur Days, and At that counter is a beautiful Cholton woman who gives you a lovely smile, and she just says, "Welcome, and make yourself at home, and let me know if I can get you anything or recommend something."
Ooh, I'd love a recommendation.
Oh, well, one that I read recently that I really love is Thanks, Come Again. It's a second chance romance of two childhood sweethearts who meet later in adulthood.
I'll try it. Yeah. Where's that?
All right.
At? I'll grab more copy.
Here, and she kind of it was like literally in a pile of books by her, and she kind of rifles through and then hands you a book.
Lovely. I'm gonna just.
Can you
browse
move
around.
closer to your microphone, please, Katie?
Sorry, I'm gonna browse around and pull out like 4 or 5 books. I'm just
Nice.
gonna just.
Is there anything in particular that you think Val would be drawn to in terms of smutty stories?
Monster fucker books.
I mean, those are not uncommon in this world, because this
I didn't
kind of
think
world,
so.
it's like that's not even taboo. That's just like
No.
that's a dime a
She's like-
dozen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like pulling out the latest. She's
Mhm.
like she grabs like the latest monster fucker book. She grabs a dark romance monster
Okay.
fucker book.
You
She
find
grabs-
one that's like very Cholton specific about an elfin woman having an affair with a yuan-ti, which is a legendary type of half snake, half person.
Ooh,
yeah.
lovely. Now I'm like, oh, I want to read these books. I'm gonna purchase 5 of them. I'm gonna purchase 5 of these books.
Okay, we'll put them at a silver each, so that puts you at 2 gold, 1 silver total.
2 gold, 1 silver.
Wait, am I being stupid? Yes, I'm being stupid.
I have
That's
no
just,
idea.
That's just 5 silver, because
5 silver.
it's 10 silver to a gold, not 2 silver to a gold. Yeah, it's just 10 silver. So, wait, it's 5 silver. Ignore me. 5 silver. Yes.
Trying to get all your
This
money.
woman canonically is like really bad at math.
Yeah, 100%.
Don't worry, me
100%.
too.
Initially, she's like gonna really rip you off, and then only kind of rip you off, and then she's like, "Wait, no, wait."
It was me.
Even though this is not the kind of bookstore that Micah wants to go to, they're still going to try and find anything with some sort of historical context. So, like, some classic smut books.
Historical romance.
Yeah, so the woman at the counter points you into a small shelf off to the side, and they are all modern books, but they are set in Cholt about 100 years before. They're all by local authors who are kind of obsessed with the hold on, what is the name of the old civilization? I think it's like Omnian. There was a civilization in Cholt before this current one, and this selection of books is based in that era, from what little is known about that era.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
they are still all smutty romance.
That's fair, but Micah is just going to grab like 3 at random from this section.
Okay.
Alara doesn't read.
I would like to ask her if there's a library.
Um,
around here somewhere.
A library? Oh.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm more about sustainability. I like to borrow books before I purchase them. You know, you gotta do what you can to save.
Well, I was going to say that the temples are the only places I know that keep a permanent collection of books, but I'm not sure any of them hold these sort of books.
That's unfortunate. I feel like those temple people really could benefit from them.
I will say, Micah, one of the books that you pick up of particular interest, one of them that you pick up is about an Aarakocra and an old Cholton princess, and like an old legend there. One of them is dwarves, a romance about dwarves in the mountain of Hrakhamar.
Ooh.
And give me 1 second Hold on. You talk amongst yourselves.
Gonna,
Like,
gonna
looking through
compare
books.
books with Val, like hold up the 3 that I grabbed and see what
Mm.
All right. And then the last one that you pick up is called The Bride of Nangalore.
Ooh.
Cool. I'm obsessed with these titles. I kind of want to read them.
Wallace's publication plans for the future.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
These are the projects.
I want to say, well, I'm also into nonfiction, memoirs and such. Where are these temples, and like, do they let in strangers to read their books, or is it an exclusive kind of deal?
Oh, I'm going to admit I'm not very religious. So I don't visit many of the temples. The only temple I really enjoy going to is the Temple of Soon because, well, they do my makeup there and I just find it a very relaxing sort of day. If you're looking for some pampering, that's a great place to go.
Love a spa session. Thank you
Well,
for that recommendation.
if you want more of like a spa experience, then the public bathhouse is nice as well. They'll give you massages, and obviously the waters are good for the health.
Thank you so much. And your name?
Miana.
Wallace
Thank you,
King.
Miana.
I do love a good spa. Yeah.
And smut books.
Yeah.
Can I do a vibe check on her real quick?
Sure.
Just for Google.
What's your bonus?
What is it? What am I looking
Insight.
for? Insight +3.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, oh, sorry. You can tell that she's like excited by the people in her store and how much you guys are buying. And she seems like she's a little tired, but for the most part, happy to help you. And she seems chill.
I will
Is that all?
slide my books over to pay.
And you picked 3.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, that's 3 silver, dear.
All right, hand it over. Thank you very much.
Make sure to mark it off your sheet. All right.
Shall we head up? Do you want to go to the temple, Tefra? I feel like, what time is it again? How much time has passed?
Barely any, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you guys, because you went to that store, you went to Carmen's, you waited around for a tuk-tuk, you're here now. I mean, I think we're approaching 2:00.
And when is our dinner? 5?
Yes.
It's like in the evening-ish.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
o'clock.
Well,
Well,
do you
we've got to make it to the Grand Sook.
do you,
Okay, let's try to
want
heal another
check out a
tuk-tuk.
temple first, Tefra?
I'm sorry?
Do you want to check out a temple first?
No.
No.
I'm not into research. I was asking for Micah.
Aw, that's so sweet. All right. Is
Also,
it?
we have a Flora who has arrived. Welcome.
Is it still raining? Do you think we can get a tuk-tuk?
It is still raining.
Should we try again?
And try hail another one.
Yeah, let's try hail another one.
All right.
Am I canonically the tallest of us all? Am I
Who
canonically
is
the
going to
tallest?
attempt the hailing?
I'll try it this time.
All right, roll me a d10.
D10. Okay. A 9.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately, you wait around for another 15 minutes.
9 out of 10?
And you just you don't know my scaling system.
I was thinking
Yeah.
10?
You don't know my scaling system. Yeah, you just aren't able to get a tuk-tuk.
All right. So
Do we
I
know
guess
how long the
Hoof
walk
it.
would take?
wait, say that again.
Do we know how long the walk would take?
You would think maybe like an hour and a half.
Well, I guess we can like head over in that direction and maybe catch a tuk-tuk on the way.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
All
good
right.
idea.
Hoof it for a little while.
I just want to make sure we have enough time to like get ourselves ready before dinner because this is a very important person we're meeting and I want to make a good impression.
It's an hour and a half. It's like 2:30, 3. Yeah. Is the Grand Sook by the where the princes are? Krishma?
You know it's in that same ward.
Okay. So it's probably not. Wow.
In fact, let me look at. You
Because
would
we
have,
are going to take the guards.
you would have like run past the Grand Sook when you were running to the Executioner's Run after visiting Jessamine. So you would know that it's actually quite close to the Merchant Prince's houses.
Okay.
Okay. We can start walking.
Hey, I should ask when it closes.
Oh.
Then we could have just gone after the dinner.
I guess.
Tefra, do you want to roll an intelligence check for me?
Oh yeah, sure thing. Ooh. Sorry, she's just not very bright.
That's a big game.
What'd you roll?
7.
Oh, yeah, you're like, wow, I wonder when it closes. No,
It's insightful, but not smart.
No problem on that.
What time it closes? Can we like walk halfway there and then see if we can hail another tuk-tuk?
Sure. Who's gonna? Okay, so now we're at like
I'll try.
we're at like 3:00. Who's gonna hail this tuk-tuk?
I'll take a turn. I haven't tried yet.
All right, Micah, go ahead and roll me a d10.
You got this, Micah.
A 9.
That's what I
Sorry. No, but I won't say that slows you down at all. Like as you walk, that'll just be the roll for as you walk.
Okay.
You attempt to get a tuk-tuk, but it just seems like they are all taken up at this point, or maybe because it's the hottest part of the day, like you're just thinking maybe the tuk-tuks aren't out and about, maybe everybody's resting, but also the streets still seem pretty hustle bustle, so you're not sure. But
Is it still raining or no?
It's still pouring down rain.
Oh, okay. All right, so we're walking.
All right. So eventually we're going to say at 3:30 in the afternoon, roughly, you arrive at a very large building. It is one of the 3 beating hearts of Port Nyanzaru. It is the grandest market you have seen yet upon walking through the city streets. And I will say, like, despite the rain and despite your general time crunch, like it was a pleasant walk through Port Nyanzaru. Like it's just a really beautiful town with lots of scents and sights. And you passed a grand coliseum as you walked. You passed lots of bejeweled streets with water fountains that were gushing from the rain and in beautiful displays. Okay, as you walk through the Grand Souk, this is roughly what you see. You see traders all from places all up and down, even Coventry. You recognize some of the clothing as being from your country. They clearly come to this market to buy and sell goods. You see timber, spices, medicines concocted from jungle plants, dinosaur skulls and claws, iron, tiger pelts, carved ivory, batiri, and grung handiwork, which you don't know what either of those are. You see interesting handiwork. Colored feathers, tropical fruit, monkeys, plesiosaur meat, and all other riches from Cholts. It's noisily, jostling, aroma rich. There are lots of guards walking around. Somebody roll me a perception check. You know, I'm going to say it's Val because that's your vibe.
16.
Okay. Val is the first person to be like, oh, wow, yeah, there are lots of guards. And you can mention that to people if you want or not. But then Val, doing your classic, seat of security scan, you're like, there are lots of guards, but there also, you see the eyes, you see the shifts, you see the little children running around and accidentally bumping into people. You're like, oh, I understand why there are lots of guards here.
Keep your gold close to your pocket.
Yeah, who has the ring?
I think I do.
Yeah, I think Tefra's our keeper of items.
Right. So we got to make sure that we get pickpocketed.
I'm gonna pat myself down. Like, am I still here?
And also,
a Birkin bra.
Yeah.
The ring is still inside your boob. And as you guys walk into the market itself, it's like got walls, but it doesn't have a ceiling, but it does have, it's completely covered by awnings. So it's not as rainy in here. There's like drips and stuff, but for the most part, the rain is kept out, but it is muggy, like so muggy in here. And the scent is almost overwhelming. And it's not, it's not an amazing smell. You can tell that there are amazing smells, but you can also tell that there are deeply foul smells and that they're mixing together in this like heady aroma that makes you nauseous and hungry at the same time. It's really unusual. Yeah.
You should probably look for like a jewelry seller of some kind.
Yeah.
A pawn shop? A pawn pavilion?
A pawn pavilion.
All
Are
right.
we hungry though? When's the last time we ate?
You guys had lunch before you went to Carmen's house, or actually before you robbed, or not robbed, but you broke into Bella Mendraza's. Well, I guess Val did rob them, but
No, I paid.
It was not
yeah,
properly.
Val robbed and you paid, so Val robbed you then.
No, it was for services that I was trying to do. I killed those raptors and I was going to save Draza.
So
For
for
service.
services that you did
That's
not
not how
end up
employment
completing.
works.
Yeah.
That's how it sounds like it works to me.
Okay.
I love Val's system of morals. It's so funny.
It is good. It's a good system. All right.
Willing to help everybody as long as there is a payment involved, even if she doesn't end up helping them.
Move
But she
back to
tried.
your mic, babe. You can't. Your mic needs to be up close. I'm
She
sorry.
tries.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm gonna say for sake of time, let's have who hasn't rolled in a bit? Micah, have you rolled in a bit?
Maybe. I think I rolled for a tuk and that's it.
Oh, okay. Let's do Tefra then. Tefra, why don't you roll a group investigation check as you guys try to find a jewelry spot, and it's going to be at advantage because I'm assuming the entire group is looking. So you just roll
Can I-
twice.
Can I give guidance to add a d4?
Guidance only lasts for like 60 seconds, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is more taking place. Well, actually, you know what? Yes, I'll let you take it. And then depending on the roll, we'll determine how long it actually took you guys to do this. And that'll just determine at what point you gave her the guidance. But yeah, go for it. Investigation.
Cool. You just get to add a d4 to whatever.
17 plus 4. 21?
Slay. Yes, that works. Okay, so you walk around the Grand Souk for not even like 10 minutes before you find a helpful guard, and he kind of imparts to you information all about all the things that you can find at the Grand Souk. And then when you say that you're trying to sell a piece of jewelry, and he kind of questions you about what kind of jewelry it is, and it's up to you how much information you want to share. But he tells you that, funnily enough, the Grand Souk doesn't actually do a ton of like really fine jewelry, and that there is a jewel market still in this ward, not too far away, probably like a 10-minute walk. And that he said that you probably have better luck there. It'd be safer to go to the jewel market. In fact, it's way better guarded against thieves and pickpockets. And also the prices there are better, and it serves a finer clientele. So,
Okay, thank you. So can we head over
Maybe
there?
you should tell us to come here.
Oh yeah.
Makes me wonder if that that fine jewelry is stolen of some sort. So also, can I look around quick and see if there's anybody who's selling sunglasses?
Oh.
Like really nice, like UV sunglasses.
I'm gonna make a judgment call here and say that those have not been invented. That's not an item, I think. I don't know. Let me check the player's handbook. Is that a thing in D&D? Sunglasses? I don't know.
Or like a sunglass type item.
Like around it's a visor.
Like a visor.
Yeah, a visor. Like, even like a welder's goggles.
I don't know.
Sorry, I should have told you about this earlier.
But sunglasses are a thing in D&D. Yeah, people are saying nothing that they're aware of in canon. Yeah, I just...
But sunglasses were invented in the 12th century.
What?
Yes.
By like the Inuit?
By the Chinese. By the Chinese.
Well, I've never heard of sunglasses. Look, the thing about being a drow is that you have certain disadvantages and you can't try and nerf them.
I'm just trying to do a little bit.
I
was here. I thought I'd ask. Look, I thought
I will say this.
Look.
I will say this. You find a parasol that's white with lace.
If it was black, I'd take it, but no, I think
okay.
There's no harm in asking. It does not. Look, I thought I'd ask. Hey, you never know.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
Okay, let's go.
All right. Okay, so you guys follow that helpful guard's directions. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the map of the city.
Is he leading us into a trap?
No. He doesn't lead you anywhere. He just gave you a vibe of like a direction to go. He basically said, take the wall that walk as if you're walking towards the harbor, but then follow the curved edge of the wall that is like all of the merchant villas, that courtyard. And he says, just take it around to the other side of that courtyard, and that's where the jewel market is.
Before we leave him, can we do a vibe check on him?
You can absolutely do a vibe check on him. What's your insight modifier?
Insight is +2.
+2. He's hard to read, Alara. You're not sure.
All right.
Also, I don't know if you have one, Ms. Mo, but do you have like a Grand Bazaar background?
What?
Do you have like a background that is more for this, or is this the right background?
Oh,
I just realized we haven't changed background in a while.
Thank you. I don't, sadly. I just have the street support Niazaru. But
Which is
thank
perfect.
you.
We're on the street supports Niazaru.
That is true.
Panicking fun.
Okay, so are we trusting this guy? Are we going to do it?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
We get into trouble, we get into trouble.
That's true. All right, so we follow his directions.
All right.
This is really cool, too.
So you go to the jewel market. Okay, so as you approach it, you notice that it looks very similar to the Grand Souk in terms of like architecture and structure, but just on a very smaller scale. Yeah, it is. There are many easily visible high security agents patrolling this little market. Just FYI. Yeah,
Okay.
Beautiful tents, covered tents, and jewelers sitting at booths and stalls with beautiful fine jewelry out on display, glittering. This is finer than anything you've seen in Chult as of yet. Glittering bracelets and earrings with cuffs and beads that are meant to go all over their different parts of the body. And it smells a lot nicer in here.
All right, which dealer do we want to try first?
Are there any that seem to have a specialty with rings? Since that's what we're dealing with.
You guys are welcome to do an investigation check for what dealer you think you want to end up going with.
Yeah,
Just
let's investigate.
roll for
I'm gonna do it.
investigation.
A group one or individual one?
Tefra, since you have the ring, why don't you go ahead and do it? But we can all, again, do it at advantage.
And you say investigation?
Mm-hmm.
You can have the +4 if you'd plus D4 if you'd like it.
Ooh.
Nat 20.
Oh! All right.
I wish you guys would have saw the little effect that it had on D&D Beyond. There was a dragon and everything.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Nice.
cute.
That's cool.
All right. So after you feel confident that you've walked up and down, just kind of getting the vibes. There are definitely some merchants that seem a little overly eager. They're yelling at you, miss, come here. I will make you beautiful, and I'll cover you in beautiful gems and jewels. And then kind of in the middle, but surprisingly a little more low key, but with exquisite jewels on display, there is a tall, bald Cholton man with very beautiful, deep skin that is just perfectly unblemished. Looks like, doesn't have a scar on him, which seems kind of unusual in this town. He's got dark kohl eyeliner and blue eyelashes, and he's in blue robes that match his makeup, but the arms of his muscles are bared, and he's really well built, and his hands are covered in elegant rings, and he kind of just smiles at you as you walk past, and he says, "Should you care for a beautiful ring to adorn your beautiful hand, I am the one to help you."
All right, who's going to be our negotiator?
Actually, we're looking to sell. Is that something you do?
I can also assist you with that. My name is Sal. And he reaches a hand out to shake your hand.
I'll shake his hand. So nice to meet you.
And what is your name, my dear?
Tefra.
Nice to meet you, Tefra. You are a jewel in of yourself, it seems. And he compliments your geodes.
Oh, thank you. And I reach into the Birkin bra.
He seems unfazed by this.
Yeah, I was gifted this ring, and I'm in a bit of a pinch, and I would like to see how much I can get for it. I think it may be worth, upward to 1,000 gold.
And he looks at it. He takes it. He says, "It is indeed a beautiful specimen. I'm not sure I'd be able to offer 1,000, but I think I can get you a decent price. Give me 1 second." He goes back into his booth, and he pulls out a little magnifying glass and inspects the sapphire and the diamonds that surround it. He goes, "This is a very fine piece. Where did you say you came across this? Or who gave this to you? I'm sorry. Is this a family heirloom?"
Not my family heirloom.
So it's not sentimental to you then.
No.
All right. Well, we could set up. There are a couple ways that we could do this. I could either offer you a blanket price and you just transfer ownership over to me, or we write a note of ownership that you maintain owner's rights, but then you name your price, and if it sells, I take a certain cut of that price. But if it doesn't sell, then it doesn't sell. And for every day that it doesn't sell, I also take a second cut for its placement on my table.
Well, we need the cash now, so.
Yeah.
Call J.G. Whitworth.
Can we know your blanket price before agreeing to that second option?
Right now, I'm thinking, and he kind of puts on a little show of calculating in his head. Sorry. Ooh. He says, I for such an exquisite specimen, I think I can sell it for $6.30. So I'll buy it for you at special price. I'll only take a small profit off of it, and I'll buy it from you for $6.24.
You said 6:30.
But I think I can sell it for $6.30. So I'll buy it from you for $6.24. So I get a small profit. But
Okay.
Can I do a vibe check to see if he's trying to fleece us?
you can absolutely do a vibe check.
Oh yeah,
I
multiple
also
vibe
want to do
checks.
one of those.
Check all
I want
around.
to do. I was like, I want to do that too. I also want to do a perception check of whether he's lying or not, or just deception.
Well, that's a vibe
perception.
check. You can't. A perception check to see if someone is lying is an insight check.
Okay, well, that's what I want to do then. Sorry, I just want to know if he's lying.
Okay, well, we're going to say one person is going to make this, but just we'll say you're at advantage because if everybody's trying to get a read on them, you guys can, like, you've got little signals to communicate with each other if someone else is suspicious or not. So who wants to make the roll itself?
I'll let you make the roll.
Oh, sorry. Whose insight are we using?
Not to mitigate, but I think Val has the highest.
Yeah,
I think-
I only have +2 for insight, so.
Mine is plus
+3.
5.
Oh,
Okay.
Ephra.
Oh,
Okay, so Tefra,
Yeah.
and you're rolling at advantage. Insight on Sal. All right, you're definitely getting a flirty vibe from him, first of all. Like, he's looking you up and down, Tefra. He keeps glancing at you with little, like, friendly smiles. And I don't know if Rock Genasi can blush, but, you know, if you could, that's up to you whether or not Tefra would be, how Tefra receives such attentions.
Some of her crystals are turning like pink.
Oh, that's cute. I
don't know.
love that. Also, this is sending me. I will say this. I think Tefra, you think he is being honest in the way that a merchant would be honest. You are not getting the sense that he is absolutely ripping you off. But you think he probably, like, he says he thinks he can sell it for $6.30, but you get the vibe that he's probably going to try and sell it for, like, you know, more than that. But you don't think you don't think that this is something that's worth thousands of gold, that he's, like, really trying to lowball you. You're not getting that vibe from him at all. And in fact, I will say, as part of your insight check, you look over the table and you actually see a ruby that's of a similar design on the table, and that is currently being listed at $750.
Okay.
And actually, I'll say that Val's the one who spotted that, and, like, kind of, as Tefra, as you were reading Sal, Val was the one who kind of nudged you and pointed to that one.
Okay. I'd like to do a little bit of negotiating here, Sal. I see this ruby you have over here. Similar cut, design. Going for a little bit higher. Can we do 720 maybe?
Roll me a persuasion check. And do you do any little flair at all to that?
Yeah, I'm trying to flirt.
Okay, great. So then roll me a persuasion check, and with the flirtation, that will lower the DC.
Okay.
What'd you roll? Oh, your
You are
mic is
muted.
cutting out. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
There
I
you
think
are.
maybe. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you
There
now.
Oh, I think maybe when this D&D Beyond does the sound effect, it, like, messes my thing up.
Oh.
18.
18. Okay. He reaches out a hand to shake your hand. Do you take it?
Yes.
And he he takes your hand and he goes, "Darling, if you agree to have dinner with me, I'll give it to you for $7.50." And he gives you a little kiss on your
Oh, yes.
tomorrow night.
Yeah, we can do tomorrow night.
Meet me here at sunset.
Okay.
All right. So then he takes the ring from you and he puts it underneath his underneath the like top of his table where you see that there are more trays of jewelry, and he pulls out several pouches of coins and he like snaps his fingers and several guards come over and basically just watch over the administration of this exchange. He writes you a receipt. He also writes his name. His full name is Solomon. And he hands you a pouch filled with, well, we'll say, how much is a platinum? Because he'll give you this in reduced.
Platinum's 10 gold.
Okay, so he gives you a pouch of 75 platinum.
Perfect. I'll see you tomorrow. And then we'll just like fucking leave, please.
Okay. Great.
Nice work, Tefra.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We got all the money for the supplies.
And I'll wait till we maybe get back to somewhere safe to divvy it up. But in the Birkenbra she goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think we need to divvy it up, right? Because we're gonna just get supplies. So if you want to hold on to it, I'm good with that.
I don't know if we might need to split up at any point to get supplies.
Okay.
Before
But
we
yeah,
leave
we'll
the like jewelry area, I want to see if there are little not metal charms, maybe like made out of glass or something floral.
So I will say this, that you, at this point, you're getting familiar enough with the city. I mean, you've been here for like a day, but you've really been over the whole thing. You will know that a lot of the glass jewelry you can buy in the market ward, kind of where Kaya's House of Repose is and stuff. Like that's the kind of jewelry that Bellum and Draza sell. Like they're beads and feathers and some glass. This is high-end jewelry, and in fact, like, if any jeweler in this tent was known to be selling glass, it would be a destruction of their reputation. So you just don't think that's going to be a thing that they sell here.
I'll find something else later then.
I love everybody's just getting jeweled up as the days go on.
Gotta get souvenirs.
Cool.
Yeah.
Jeweled up and booed up with Tefra.
I know. Jeweled up.
Flattered. She's not really entertaining it. She's here for the vibes. Like,
Yeah, that's fair.
you know how you go on Tinder every once in a while?
Are you gonna stand him up?
No.
Oh,
I would never do that.
I mean, he's gonna probably buy you dinner. Like at least get a free meal.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Alara, will you roll me a D20?
a D20. Oh, I lost all my money last time I did this. Six.
Oh,
You
no.
lose all your money again. You just got
All right.
pickpocketed.
Okay. As you guys are leaving the jewelry market, the jewel market, sorry, off in the far distance, you hear woo, 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 and you like, yeah, you hear those words. You hear not those words. You hear that.
It's just a person doing it.
Oh, who is that person?
Oh my. Okay.
What is that? Okay.
Does anyone else in the market seem to distract? Like
Yeah,
to
like
notice?
we're looking around to see if anyone else is like.
Yeah, so you look around and there are several people who kind of look off in the direction and then kind of start looking back at what they're doing. But you do see one woman who's holding the hand of a child, and she kind of like clutches her heart a little bit before she then continues to do some shopping.
Can we ask someone what that sound, the alarm?
My darling, you
Right.
can do whatever you'd like as long as you roleplay it.
Oh. Well, then let's talk to the little lady that was clutching her chest. I want to go up to her and be like, excuse me, what was that sound? What was that?
Oh, those are the alarms over at Malaw's throat. It means some undead must be attacking the outskirts of the walls, the tenements that are outside there. But you know,
The undead.
Let's go.
oh, you're not from Cholt, are you?
No, sadly.
No, yeah. So that's something you really have to be aware of. Is the jungle is just thriving with armies of zombies and skeletons, and every so often they creep along to the city. But the walls and the city guard keep them from coming inside. It hurts my heart because there are quite a few people who do live outside the walls, but alas, there's nothing I can do to help them. And you see, she just starts looking at these fine jewels. She's just still popping for
Rich people, rich person.
Okay, I'm just putting this out here though. My favored enemy is the undead, so I'd be really good at attacking these guys.
Laura, look at me. I cannot heal you right now.
They're outside the walls anyway, so we couldn't even go to help. If we
Save
wanted
the
to.
heroics for when I can keep you alive.
Damn it.
I wanna.
And plus, if we could investigate them, maybe we would. Also, whoa, wait.
What?
Undead?
Yeah.
They shouldn't be back alive.
I assume it
Hello?
has
Nobody's.
this death curse that we're,
Probably.
trying to fix.
So at some point, we should probably wander on over there and see if we could, like, check out one of the dead people, one of the undead people. See if we can capture one.
All day tomorrow to do more things. I think we have enough on our plate for today.
Okay, I'm just
I
saying.
say
the
we go
undead.
to.
Oh, say that. Sorry.
I say we go to Jabal to see how he is, because it might take us a little bit to get in with the guards. Because last time
That's
was
true.
not successful. We really can't miss our dinner date.
Can we get a time check? How long do we think?
Yeah. Okay, so you guys arrived at the Grand Souk at 3. And we'll say it didn't take you very long. You rolled really high on stuff. So we'll say between arriving at the Grand Souk, talking with that helpful guard, getting to the Joy Market, the exchange with Solomon, we'll say that all was 30 to 45 minutes. So you're looking at just before 4 o'clock.
Okay.
Did we get like a precise time as to when we're expected, or just show up in the evening?
Yeah, it was show up in the evening around dinner time, which, that's going to be like 6:30.
Okay.
And really, sorry for the intense time checks. Really, we don't. I am happy to give them to you, but I was really just keeping track of that because of the events that were going to happen at Executioner's Run. Because if you guys got there early enough, you would have been able to see certain things, or other things wouldn't have happened. But because you went to talk with Jessamine, other things occurred, right? So I was just really I had to keep the hard time on that, but don't feel like you're under a ticking clock anymore the way that you were.
Okay.
I have a quick question. I have, because I picked Monster Slayer for my archetype, it says I have primeval awareness, and it says that as an action, I can expend 1 ranger spell to sense whether any aberrations, celestials, dragons, or undead are present within 1 mile of us.
Within 1 mile? Are you going to go ahead and do that?
I mean, yeah. Can I just?
You can absolutely do that. Just make sure you expend one of your spells.
Okay. So I just click the slot box.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. How does that look for you? Can you do your thing?
Oh, wait.
Oh.
I'm sorry. That is literally so cool. Like that, we have that as like an effect. I wish you all had that. Yeah. So you all notice that Alara kind of goes into her head for a second, and there's a bit of a glow about her as she concentrates. But Alara, you are filled with a sense of calm. You do not sense undead within 1 mile of you.
Okay. So they're not, if they're there, guys, they're not anywhere close. I didn't sense them.
Yeah, no, she said that they were in Malar's throat.
I don't like that
Oh.
name at all.
Scary. I know. I was like, what?
I assume that's another district. We gotta get a map of the city at some point.
I think we have one, isn't it in the
Oh, no, our map is the map of the jungle, right?
Oh,
or is
right.
it
Or is it
both
the
jungle
whole
and
island thing? Okay.
In my Birkin bra.
Yes.
All right. So, what do you guys think is going to be your next step so we can get that on the books before we take our little bathroom break? We're an hour and a half into the session at this point.
Well, should we get supplies then, I guess, since we're just waiting to go to dinner? What are we thinking?
question though? Hold on.
Although we have to put them somewhere, so I don't know. Maybe we're not close enough to our...
Maybe we should just go to Jabal's house and see if we can get an early dinner.
Okay, I'm down with that.
No, I don't want to do that.
Really? What a shock.
I mean, we've been walking for hours. I probably smell a little bit. Like, I'd like to freshen up.
Oh, that's true. We were gonna... Let's do that. Yeah, we said we were gonna be presentable.
Where are you going to be doing this freshening up?
How close is our...
An hour away.
It's an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
Walking.
Oh.
Is there like a fancy? The one lady mentioned there were bathhouses throughout the city. Is there a nice one in this ward, in this section?
Let me check to see where the public bathhouse is.
Yeah, I could do with a massage.
Sounds lovely.
So no, unfortunately the public bathhouse is also in the market ward, and you guys are currently in the merchant ward. On the
Just have to have something.
on the other side of the merchant ward, you would know, I will just say for time, that because the lady at the smutty bookshop at Dinosaur Days told you about it. There's the temple of of Soon, and it's like you take a bridge out to an island. It's not that long of a walk. Oh, I mean, it'd be like a 45-minute walk for you guys. But you could also try again for a tuk-tuk. But that is a temple where they would, where she talked about like getting her makeup done and stuff like that.
Have I heard of this deity before? Do I know who this temple is?
You can roll me a religion check.
That is a 6.
No, you do not know who Soon is.
Okay.
Let's do that. Then we can maybe we'll see what they've got. I mean, hey, we can at least get, I don't know, our makeup done.
We'll have some perfumes. We can perfume ourselves.
Yes.
Straightened out.
But it is a 45-minute walk. Should we try to get, although technically it's been raining all day, so we've been showering. That was an hour and a half walk in the rain, so I feel like now we can just do the freshen upping part. Freshen upping.
We could always walk over there and then get a tuk-tuk back to Jabal's house.
Yeah, either way. I mean, I'm good with taking a tuk-tuk both ways if we can, but
All right, who wants to roll me? Or sorry, are you going to try and take a tuk-tuk this way to it?
yeah, why not, right? I mean,
All
if
right.
we can walk, but
So, Alara, why don't you go ahead and roll me a d10?
okay. A 3.
All right. So you are able to hail a tuk-tuk. It's an older man, human, with a horse. It's not even a dinosaur.
Whoa.
That's kind of unusual, actually. It's like one of those things where horses are so common to you, but in Port Nyanzaru, it's actually kind of weird to see a horse. But yeah, you all load up, and we'll say that during our break, it is your character's tuk-tuk ride over to the temple of Soon. There's no grin when someone rolls low. People need to realize that the idea of rolling low when I'm asking for like a random percentage generator. It doesn't have the same implications. All right. Hi, Caitlin. Welcome. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons. We're going to take a 90-second break so people can stretch their legs, get a refill on their drinks, or go to the restroom. And we will be back very soon. Again, I still have not made a break timer. My apologies. So we are just going to watch the intro again. All right. Alrighty, and we can wait for Devasia and Katie to get back. How was that break? That very, very, very quick break.
It's good.
Got a nice stretch.
Just while we're sitting here doing admin stuff, waiting for the other two, for when I finally do bring it upon myself to make a break timer, how long of a break would you guys like? 3 minutes?
Yeah, 3 to 5 minutes, somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
How long was that break?
That's about 90 seconds.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you've doubled that.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere in that. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right. Teffer, how was that break for you? Or Devasia, sorry.
Good. I just did a lap around the house. Someone was in the bathroom, but
Oh,
not feel that badly.
yeah. I just stood up.
Yeah.
Wait, let me see if there's a good background for the temple. I mean, this is technically the Merchant Prince's palace, but we'll go with it.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome back, Val. Is everyone ready?
Yeah.
All right. So your tuk-tuk cabbie, let's say you guys try and bond with them the way that you bonded with the other two, Marcus and Siri? What was her name?
Shira.
Oh shit, no, Siri. No. My phone. What do you want? But he's just not having it. He asks you where you want to go. He takes you there. It's 5 copper. Whoever wants to, pay for it.
I can pay for
I'll
it.
do it. I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tepper's going for it. And yeah, he takes you right up to the Temple of Soon. It's an isolated rocky formation in the sea. He takes you across the bridge that you can get there from the elevated causeway, which actually you can see that down in the harbor of the rocky thing, beneath the bridge. There's a harbor with some boats that come up to it, and you do see some pilgrims climbing up these steep steps, but your tuk-tuk has taken you along the bridge, and so that takes you right to the entrance, and you get out, you pay him, and you are welcomed by a beautiful like stunningly beautiful woman with caramel colored curly hair that goes all the way down to her belly button. She's wearing kind of a sarong type dress, and it's flowing in the breeze. And I need all 4 of you to make me a charisma check.
Oh, wait, where's charisma? Oh, up there. Okay. We just do it like a roll?
Yeah, you just roll for charisma.
11.
Okay.
I got 16.
Okay.
15.
7.
Okay. Okay. Alara and Val, she smiles at both of you and says, "Welcome, lovely sisters." Clearly soon smiles upon both of you. And she like ushers the 2 of you in. Micah, she looks at you and she goes, "You know what? I think you really could use some time at our wonderful makeup and hair braiding session." And she like snaps her fingers, and another very lovely woman with long dark braids comes up to you and like ushers you aside. And then the lady looks at you, Tefra, and she just goes, "Oh, you poor sweet thing." And she goes, ladies, and suddenly you are swarmed by women who are just go, "Oh, darling girl, oh no." And they bring you in, and they're like, some of them are just sobbing over you, but they're like, "It's all right, we'll make you better."
And mouthing to them like,
And yeah, so Val and Alara, you guys are kind of left to your own devices. The women in the sari like priestess robes all smile at you and welcome, but they don't offer you any sort of instruction or advice. Micah, you are attended to by one woman who, if you allow her, will comb through your hair and kind of give you waterproof makeup tips for how to keep your skin glowing even in the Cholton rain. And Tefra, you are buffed, shined, conditioned, food. Like you're given a facial, full exfoliation, and they do it quickly. Like I'm sure at some point you guys are like, "Look, we've got dinner reservations," and they're like, "We totally understand." Yeah, I'm picturing the Princess Diaries makeover scene. Yeah.
I was picturing like a pit stop during a racetrack, how fast they're going.
Yeah.
But as you go, it's a like, for all of their friendly condescension, it's a lovely calming place. Like there is a harpist in the corner, and the sea breeze is blowing through open windows, and it's just a place of beauty and appreciation of aesthetic. There are men and women being attended to and being dressed in all certain ways, but it's quiet and calm, and there are some congenial giggles every now and then, and obviously the hustle bustle that's happening around Tefra. But for the most part, it's a very chill experience as you guys all get some quick little makeovers. Val, would you like to say how Val pampers herself?
Ooh, she definitely wants someone to like rebraid her hair, and she likes perfume. She's a perfume girly, so if they have like a perfume station, she'll like look at every one that they have, and she'll pull her earring that she got that she stole. And put it like on her ear, and like she's probably flirting with every single creature that moves in this temple.
All right, nice.
She is absolutely just having the best time of her life.
Excellent.
How do you become a priestess here? I kind of love it.
Alara, how about you?
Do they have massages here? Or?
No, not here. This is a place that's it is about relaxation, but it's about personal beauty and grooming. So you can kind of like cheat it, because if you like ask for help rubbing in certain lotions and stuff like that, applying certain perfumes and oils, there will be like slight massage, but nothing long or extended.
Well, considering the fight, I did probably like mess up my hands a bit, so I'm gonna get like a manicure, because they'll probably massage the fingers too, right?
Nice, yes.
And a pedicure, because maybe they'll do the little feetsies massage too.
Nice. All right. And Micah and Tefra, do you have any personal requests for your attendants?
Micah doesn't really wear makeup, so it's probably more like getting their hair done, maybe polish up their horns a little bit. But while being attended to, they would definitely like ask about the temple and the deity that it's dedicated to and
Okay,
try to
yeah.
learn a little bit.
Okay, why don't you roll me just like a general, I mean, I'll say roll me another charisma check just to see like how much of a conversation you get going with your attendant.
12.
All right. So you find out that Soon is a goddess of beauty and passion. It's giving Aphrodite, you know, and it's but less about love than beauty, passion, and aesthetic. You know that she is all about pleasure and physical expression of pleasure, and she abhors any sort of negative energy that. But there like are some, like the priestess admits to you that there are some negative elements to Soon that like can be inflamed by Soon, because she is known as the goddess fire hair because her hair is made of pure flame, and that if you ever fall in love to the point of obsession and like intense jealousy, sometimes that can be because of Soon, but you can also calm it through Soon's guidance and wisdom. So
Okay.
Tefra, how about you?
At first, maybe like the first 30 seconds, I was trying to fight it. But then I just give up and I'm at the mercy of the priestesses. Like, do what you want.
Yeah. and they make you sparkle, and your gemstones are just on another level after their ministrations. You have beautiful braids in your hair if you want your hair braided. They, you know, like they wax your eyebrows for you. They make that slit even more defined for you. They put
Nice.
they love your beauty marks, and they put even more of them on you just to like really give you that, like to accentuate that feature. So yeah, but they just dote over you in a way that's a little like pitying, but you get the sense that they are just trying to be as friendly and as welcoming as possible. All right. And yeah, I'll say, how long roughly do you guys want to have spent there?
I'd say a good hour, right?
Okay.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
All right.
Taking the breeze.
Can I? Well, I would like to, at the end of my pampering, thank each of them and try to subtly ask about the other temples, which one might be the best for reading, because I do love a good pampering, beautification, but there's more to life than beauty. Sometimes you need mental clarity. What other temples around?
Roll me. I don't even know what I'm okay. Roll me an investigation check, I guess. And in the loosest sense of the word.
Loosely investigating.
9.
9.
I will say that somebody mentions the Temple of Savras. She says that that's like one of the bigger temples in the city. Savras is a deity of wizards, fortune tellers, diviners, and those who speak the truth. And she believes that they have like a store of knowledge there, but she's never been into it. The Temple of Soon has been her home for many years.
And I thank her profusely.
Is there like a tip jar?
There is a coffer that you can give offerings to Soon in.
I think I'm gonna pop 3 gold in there for them.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was gonna leave 5.
The woman who kind of maintains the coffer bows to you deeply and thanks.
I'll give her 3.
So I had my money stolen, so I'm just gonna say thank you so much.
I'll add another gold just to cover Alara.
Oh, thank you, Micah. Which, if just on a side note, like we're not saying anything out loud now. I can't remember. Micah, is this the person that we're gonna go have dinner with? Is this the person you said you were my name to?
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Okay. I just couldn't remember if this was the person. Okay, so it is. All right. So I guess I'll be Micah.
We're not gonna freak them out. No, we're gonna. The plan was to insist that they misheard, and that maybe when I said my companions' names, they got them confused.
Girl boss,
Make a
keep
big deal
gaslighting.
of this. Mike is just so embarrassed by the fact that that happened.
Okay. All right. I just couldn't remember. I was like, okay, I think that was the same person.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we look pretty, do we want to go to Wakongo Otomu's house and raid his closet?
Ooh. Yes. I'm here for this.
Outfits to accompany this beautiful makeup and stuff.
I'm down.
Sure.
Yeah. Let's go visit Wakonga.
I don't know.
I think it's Wakonga Otomu.
Wakonga Otomu.
Yeah.
Okay. So we try to hail another tuk-tuk.
All right. I will say that you are gonna have to cross the causeway on your own. They hand you as you leave. They do hand you some like umbrella type things, but they look like they're like one day use. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me put my phone on. Do not disturb.
Sorry, I think that was me.
No, that was 100% me. Or maybe we both got something at the same time. But you are gonna have to cross the causeway. They hand you like little coverings, but you won't be able to use these forever. But it's just to get you across the causeway out of the rain. But a lot of you, if you did put on makeup, they did give you waterproof makeup. And I will say that takes like 5 minutes. Well, again, it doesn't matter. We're not under a ticking clock anymore. But yeah, you'll have to go off to the causeway, the elevated causeway, and then down and to hail a tuk-tuk. But who wants to roll the D10 for me?
Oh, I don't think I've tried yet, so I will.
Okay, go for it.
Nine.
Okay, so unfortunately, as you go, it does look like it is about dinner time at this point, and so all the tuk-tuks seem to be occupied as people are taking them to different parts of the city. So you do just end up walking. I'm assuming you're going to the Merchant Prince's villas.
Mm-hmm.
So you do end up having to walk the whole way, and there are a couple times along the way that you try and hail a tuk-tuk, but it's occupied.
So we met with him this morning, right? This has all been one really long day, or was it the night before that we met with him?
With Wakongo?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was this morning.
Okay.
Because Syndra was sick.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay.
Stop by and see if she's improved, and then head over to dinner.
Perfect. Okay, so how long does it take for us to walk there?
45 minutes.
Okay.
Wakonga's
Our little
house.
parasols.
Show the little crest on the ring that we've been given again, so that they know, although it might be people that were still there, considering it's the same day.
Same day.
Yes, yeah. Okay, so and Wakonga ends up actually greeting you. He says, "Oh, he was Australian. Hold on, let me get into it. Give me a second. All right, yellow. Okay, there it is. Welcome back, my friends. How are you? How was your day? Look at you. You look stunning."
We've had quite the day, actually.
Indeed. Please tell me all about it. I am just about to sit down for my dinner. Would you like to join me? I've quite the feast tonight.
We actually have dinner plans, but another night.
Ah, yes.
All tonight, but we figured we would stop by, check in with you, ask after Syndra.
She still sleeps.
Okay. Borrow some clothes.
Yeah, do you think our outfits, fitting for dinner with the Merchant Prince?
What's everybody wearing?
I mean, I'm assuming we're still wearing our, battle clothes or, what we were wearing this morning, right? We haven't changed at all. I don't.
Traveling garb.
Mm-hmm.
Like a crop top and some cargo jeans. Cargo pants.
Wow.
Much.
I unfortunately I don't have. I mean, if you're willing to wear a Chilton man's robes, I could potentially part with some of my older garb, I suppose.
I mean, I'll wear a Chilton man's robes.
Yeah.
All right.
Clothes have no gender. Unless they do in this culture, do they?
Yeah, is that gonna be offensive?
It'll be unusual, but I think it should be fine.
Sounds like a plan to me.
And you've seen it. Like a lot of the men wear like long, almost dress-like or even kilt-like fabrics just to keep it breathable. Like you guys are dressed for Coventry, and I'm assuming you've been shedding layers all day, like as it's gotten hotter, even with the rain. Just because, yeah, the Coventry clothes are not going to cut it here. So, yeah, we'll just say that he, as a gift, gives each of you one, set of male Chilton robes. You can either take it in the long style, and they can be, normally it goes right across the chest, but you can, if you want, for modesty or whatever, you can rewrap it so that it does cover your entire chest area and kind of wraps around your neck. You can either do that where it's floor length, or you can do it where it's a kilt sort of situation.
I'll do the kilt version.
Okay. And what color do you want from him?
Blue.
Blue. All right. Tefra?
I'll take the long version. And let's see. I'll go for a green.
Okay. Val?
I think she'll also do the long version, and she would like a violet or like a periwinkle blue.
Oh, lovely. All right. And Micah?
Micah would also want a longer version, but like a deep reddish brown.
Nice. All right. So we'll say after about 20 to 30 minutes of, talking with Wakanga and getting ready, he sets you off, unless there's anything else you'd like to do at his villa.
What do we do with our weapons?
Girl, still
they,
got my
like-
pants on. They're in my pockets.
Okay, I have a rapier. Like, do I just have that like sticking out of the
longbow?
How hidden can the weapons be with the this garb that we are wearing? I guess is my question. Is there a way I can like hide my weapons, because I don't want to actually have to take them off when we go see Jabal?
You could attempt. You can like do a Wonder Woman and like stick it down your back or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
I don't know.
Would that even work? How would you even sit down? I feel like that's an easy way to stab yourself. To end up shish kebabbed.
Do we rent like a locker?
I mean, Wakanga offers you can leave them at his place if you would like to leave your weapons.
I'm thinking because I can bring I have my 2 daggers, but the longbow, I mean, it's literally on my entire back, so I feel like that would be a little inconspicuous walking to dinner with a giant longbow on my back. So yeah, I just want to ask him if I can leave it here with him.
And he is more than happy to accommodate that request.
Cute.
Yeah, Micah would probably leave their crossbow, but keep the quarterstaff with them.
Tefra, how about that mace you stole?
Yeah. I'm wearing my pants underneath my dress.
Okay.
I've still got my daggers.
Okay.
I just need pockets at all times.
That's fair. All right. Who else I know everybody's discarding a weapon, but who else will have a weapon on them?
Val will have all of hers. She refuses to part with them.
So what is your biggest weapon, Val?
She has 2 rapiers and a short sword.
Okay. All right.
And they're like sheathed at her hips.
Anyone else?
Micah's got their quarterstaff, but it doesn't really necessarily look like a weapon. It could be as inconspicuous as a walking stick.
Okay.
And
right.
Alara's main weapons are her daggers, so
Okay.
she has her daggers. It's just the longbow. I mean, she's good with the longbow, but yeah. So
All
daggers.
right, then. Excellent. All right. Is there anything else you would like to do at Wakanga's house before you head over to Jabal's?
No, let's go. It's dinner time, right?
Yes, and it's just right across the courtyard. Super easy walk.
Perfect.
I'm gonna try to feminize the dress as we as we walk over, like, this way.
Now, Alara and Val are not invited, right?
The two people who were explicitly invited were Micah and Tefra.
Okay, so we have to.
We mentioned having companions, though. I
You
think.
did? Okay. I wasn't
We'll
sure.
get our way in.
Okay. We might have to do some persuading.
I'm gonna
but-
like go over to Tefra and like kind of shush the thing so you can have a little more cleavage. There we go. So we can, just in case one of
They're
those guards,
married to each other. Oh, okay, the guards.
the guards. We're trying to get into the guards. Look, and they may not ask for a third. You never know. Just saying.
I think Carmen wants that spot.
Oh, good luck to her.
Carmen does
Good
not
luck to
want
them.
a third. She just wants Jabal.
Okay, I guess we walk up to the guards again.
All right. There is, okay, so you've got the portcullis kind of type thing with the guards underneath it. And there is the one that is standing and 3 in the back. And there's one that stands right at the front and just kind of solemnly stands there.
Hey, we're here for dinner.
Like, we've returned. We said we'd see you later. We're back.
Names
Tefra,
and
Alara. That's it. What's going on there?
and who are the others?
That is Val and Micah.
Tefra, hey. How's it going? Oh, sorry. Micah. See, I'm terrible with names. Micah. I'm Micah.
Elbow Alara and then calm down.
This to me.
Oh my god. All right. So he's like he kind of gives a nod and then he walks back and kind of discusses with the other guards and then one of them my bad. One of them pulls a lever and the portcullis raises and you are ushered in to Jabal's villa. Give me a second. It is set up similarly to Wakonga's. The only difference is that his courtyard thing, whereas Wakonga's is covered, Jabal's is not. So there is rain coming down. And so they don't bring you to the kind of Moroccan style chairs that are in that courtyard around a fountain. Instead, they bring you along the edges where there are chairs underneath awnings, which is like exactly what it looks like in the background behind you, right? There are these beautiful ornate carved awnings with benches. And he just kind of gruffly says, "You all wait here until they're ready for you." And then he goes back to guarding the gate. And you are in a sitting area. Yeah, decorative columns support the arched doorway. Rugs, comfortable pillows are arranged around you. Narrow windows look out into a garden. But you get the feeling that these also can double as arrow slits in case visitors aren't as friendly as they claim to be.
Lean over to Alara and speak quietly so that just she can hear me and just be like, "You're not introducing yourself under my name. You are keeping your name. Do not speak of anything that happened. I will handle it. Please." And you can tell Micah's like vibrating with anxiety.
All right, I'll take your lead on this one since you took my name.
Val's gonna like walk around. Is there like anything that's like kind of anything thievable?
Oh my god. Wow.
She's just walking. She has like her hand. She's like kind of just walking around. She's like just looking around. She's curious. Is there anything
Okay.
for her to thieve?
The walls of this villa are festooned with silk draperies, tapestries, and the mounted heads of beasts. So that's what's along the walls. They're also
I don't think I could put a beast in my pocket.
There are also side tables with some plants and chairs and settees and things to sit on.
Nothing that'll fit in my pockets, sadly. Okay. You win this time, Jabal. I will find something.
Yes, wait till we get to the dining hall.
I'll say that they make you wait. Wow. You sit there for an hour.
Oof.
Hour. I don't know if that,
Ooh.
yeah.
Can I pull out my playing card set and we can sit down and play cards?
Absolutely, you can do
Oh,
that.
slay.
Awesome.
I want to play cards.
Yeah,
Got my cards and stuff
after
on them.
after some time of you guys playing the cards, one of the guards kind of like casually walks over and looks kind of interested and is watching with interest.
You want to play?
You want to
Wanna
play?
sit down and I'll do you in.
I don't know this game.
Val will teach you.
Val, what are you playing?
All right.
We're playing hearts.
Okay.
Or no, gin. No, we can't play with 5. Gin rummy. We're playing gin rummy.
All right. And he sits down with you. And Val will everybody roll me a D10.
D10.
Okay.
And a 6.
Okay.
7.
Also got a 6.
Tucker's got an 8.
All right. So he claims to have never played this game before. But then as soon as you guys start sitting down, do you put any money on it?
No.
Mm-mm.
No, not for now.
We
We're just
haven't
playing.
so far, but
Okay.
Yet.
As soon as you guys sit down, and he fumbles for a couple of hands, and then either he picks it up real fast or he was sandbagging you guys because he suddenly starts taking it from everyone except for Tefra. Tefra, you always swoop in at the last second and beat him. And after like 2 rounds, he gets or 3 rounds, he gets frustrated and he's like, I do not like this game. And he gets up and he goes and he walks back. And just as that happens, a door off to the side of the sitting area opens, and you see the very handsome figure of Azon and the tall figure of Janos come walking in. And Azon walks up to Micah and Tefra and says, Alara, Tefra, thank you so much for joining us this evening. My husband is very eager to meet you. And I see you've brought extra companions. Hello. And he reaches a hand out to you, Val, and he says, my name is Azon.
I'm Val. Pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure is all mine. I'm
Can
Azon,
I-
he says to Alara.
I'm going to cut in and be like, I think you must have misheard. I'm sorry for how I was so stoic the other day. I was not feeling quite well. Alara is one of our companions. My name is Micah. This is Alara. You must have gotten them a little confused. We all have names that sound quite similar. I'm sorry.
But I did not. Hold on.
Can I try and persuade?
Yeah. I'm going to say it's deception that you're having to roll here.
Yeah. It's the same bonus either way, so.
Okay.
18.
Oh. He goes, that absolutely must have been my mistake then. I'm so sorry. So, Micah, and you are Alara.
I am Alara.
Don't know how I made that mistake because you and I didn't meet yesterday.
Well, I mentioned our companions. They all end in the same sounds. They're very easy to confuse. No offense has been taken.
Indeed. Well, I'm very glad that you've all come tonight and in such festive clothing. Fascinating. But please follow me into the main dining room. If you will, though, and he looks at you, Val, and he says, the rapiers and the sword, if you will just leave them outside this room, that would be most appreciated by my husband.
Is there somewhere safe I can put them?
Oh, one of the guards will hold on to it for you.
Okay.
All right.
She it's like that scene in the Pirates of the Caribbean where she takes off her 2 rapiers, pulls one out of her back, you just got them fucking everywhere.
Yeah. Amazing. All right. So Yeah, you are walk into. Hold on, let me just look at the map. So he actually leads you through. So just as in Wakonga's house, there is like a carving split stair or a rounded split staircase, in a kind of a circular rotunda. He walks you through that to a door at the very back, and there are beads that hang down from said door, and he parts them and ushers you all through. And in this room, it's beautifully lit with lots of candles, not eternally flaming. They are lowering and melting. Val. And there is a long, low table. It's just a couple of inches off the ground. And there are lots of low couches and pillows and bags of sorts, like seating bags that you can sit on all around. And he ushers each of you to a spot and takes a seat at the one end of the table. And notably, there is no one else in the room as of yet. But on the table, it smells delicious in here. And I don't have my book, but I know I don't know where it went. But there is like fried squid mixed into the black ink of the squid. There is a huge thing of like a jambalaya type rice and sausage and like prawn type stew, gumbo type thing almost. There are piles of like fruits, but like savory type tropical fruits, like large juicy grapes and papaya and mango. There's a roasted tarantula, very large, with hairs that have been carefully singed off. There are hazelnuts and fresh apples and a strip, like all around a baby pig, a pork suckling or whatever it's called. And yeah. There's roasted peppers, a platter of roasted peppers and onions, and crickets on a stick, and just lots of other foods.
And now, did we sit down already, or we're?
Yes, he has ushered you all to a spot to sit.
Okay, so we're sitting, and okay, I'm quietly whispering to who am I sitting next to?
That's up to you guys. Okay, it's up to you guys.
Okay, so I whisper next to Val. All right, do we start eating or do we have to wait? I'm starving.
Azon says, please make yourselves at home. Enjoy some of the tej. My husband should be joining us any moment.
Okay.
But how was your day? I would love to hear about, how Port Nyanzaru treated you this afternoon.
Oh, it was lovely. We went to the Temple of Soon. Oh, those ladies are so wonderful.
That is a highlight for many who come into the town, especially those who have just gotten back from a jungle expedition.
Well, we did. We were at the. Did you hear about the raptors getting loose this morning?
I did hear about that. Yes.
Yeah, we were there for that, so that was pretty insane.
Indeed, you went to go see the executioners run, one of the more unfortunate elements of our justice system, but a necessary part of it, it seems. Any word on what happened to the prisoners?
No, we were trying to find that out, but we did not. There's no one knows it. At least the people we talked to, no one knows what happened. So what happened?
I've heard the city guard has put quite a bounty on many of those prisoners' heads.
Oh.
Okay. How much of a bounty?
So I don't know those details. I don't deal in bounty hunting. And as you guys all chit chat and update Azon about your day, and you notice that the only other person in the room is Janos, who stands in a corner. But the beads, I guess, rustle, and another person walks in. Yeah, okay, so he is a Cholton human man, tall, deep skin, kind of closely shaved head, but not bald, and covered in scars and tattoos. Like covered. And he kind of gives you all a look and gives you a nod and says, yes, of course, welcome. And he walks past Azon and gives him a quick squeeze on the shoulder, and then walks to the other end of the table and settles in onto a pillow and says, so my husband tells me you all are adventurers in the... Oh, shoot. Australian. Shit. He's Cholton. Hold on. So, my husband says you're all adventurous. Tell me, what is it that you hope to achieve while you're in Cholt?
Well,
And he immediately starts eating, just so you guys know. He's like,
Okay, so I'm eating now too because he's
Okay.
eating. I'm eating. Yep.
okay.
I'm starving.
Well, I assume you've heard about the death curse that's been going around to everyone, and anyone who's died and come back to life is now suffering.
What about it?
We're going to stop it. We're going to fix it.
All right.
We've been told that you are the one to go to in order to get our official licensing and guide into the jungle, so that's why we're here.
I can help you get a guide, and I can put a good word in for you at Fort Balerion, but you still have to go to Fort Balerion to get your license. Yeah.
Yes, we've already chartered a ship to take us there, so...
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. World building. Hold on. Ugh. Why can't I just have all the information in my head? The Brazen Pegasus. I know that's a popular one with adventurers that you can rent out from the market ward or from the harbor ward. Sorry, it's been a long day.
Did we get a name from Tiffany of the ship?
Laura knows no names, so
I don't remember a name.
It's a private ship, actually.
Oh, private. Not many
Yeah.
people in this town have private ships. Can I ask
No.
who you're charting it from?
You can ask.
And he gives you a hard look and then immediately bursts out laughing. He's just like, "Ah!" And he kind of looks over at Azon and gives him a conspiratorial wink.
Just another person who has, vested interest in the death curse. I don't want to expose anyone's business.
Fascinating. Well, I wish you luck on your sea voyage. But yeah, we can help you get a guide as is necessary before going into the jungle, truly for your own good. And as you know, the guides are trained and very, very useful, and more often than not will end up saving your life. So, Azzy, you can introduce them to some, can't you? And Azon says, it would be my absolute pleasure. Perhaps tomorrow morning I can walk you around different parts of the city where our approved guides typically hang while they in between expeditions, and I can introduce you to some of our best.
well,
That would be lovely. Thank you.
Excellent. Excellent.
Have either of you gone into the jungle?
Sorry?
Have either of you adventured into the jungle? Any tips?
And then Jabal kind of slaps his hand down. He says, "Have I ever poured the tej?" And he and Azon goes, "Oh, now you've done it." And Jabal tells you basically that the whole reason the villa around you exists, the reason that all of these every head you see on the wall is a head that he took with his own sword. Every scar on his body is a mark of the jungle, a kiss from the jungle, as he calls it. He tells you of his final adventure where he had just met Azon and had really debated about going back out. But they had met at Port Nyanzaru about 16 years ago. Actually, just about 15 years ago, because they just celebrated their 15th anniversary just a few days ago. And, in fact, Tefra, I want you to roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Remember, you cut out, so just wait a second and then let me know. All right, let me know.
13.
13. All right. As he's talking about how they just celebrated their anniversary, he kind of points at Azon, who he lovingly calls Azzy all the time. And Tefra, you notice Azon raises his glass of Tej, and you notice that around his wrist is a bracelet that looks very similar to the one that you bought. Or the one that you were given. And so Jabal is saying that he had debated about going back out into the jungle because he had just met this man and really felt like he could spend his life with this person, selling adventuring goods and just, living a quiet merchant's life in the city of Port Nazareth. But he decided, he really wanted to try and give Azzy a really great life, and there was rumor of a cache of treasure out in the deep jungle of Cholt. And so he and an adventuring party went out on one final thing. It was mainly the money was put up by the benefactor of the adventuring party, who was a member of the party, and they all went together. And Jabal thought that, his cut from the earnings from that would make him enough to buy his own stall at the Grand Souk and be able to really provide for him and Jabal. But they ended up being completely ambushed while recovering the treasure, and his entire party died. And so he was left by himself in a canoe filled to the brim with treasure, and canoed his way back up a river, back into Port Nazareth, and came back as one of the richest men in Port Nazareth, and was elevated to the status of merchant prince, and has been, just living the high life ever since. But he tells you, he regales you, because when he first came in, you all got the vibe that he didn't want to be here. That it's like one of those things where your spouse puts a social dinner on your calendar and you're like, why the F would you do this to me? We're like, he's just going to get right to business. We're going to be here for 10 minutes, but it's been like an hour at this point. He you try and get words in, and it's like talking to me, you're like, yeah, cool. And you give words of affirmation, but it's just him, story after story after story. And for what it's worth, he has had impressive adventures in his life, and these stories, they're very impressive.
And so we're laughing and
it's very convivial. It's a good time.
Yeah. Okay.
We got him on our side.
All right.
But yes, I've explored the coasts, the deep jungles, the southern mountains of Cholt. But the one thing I've always regretted not doing was mapping them. The way that would be so valuable. And I'm just so grateful that my Azzy has pointed me in your direction and has brought you here tonight, because I think we could be of great service to one another.
I wish you could be our guide.
Oh my gosh. Roll a charisma check at advantage.
Oh gosh.
I got 16.
All right. Good to know. I'll write that down.
Oh. We're about to have a merchant prince as our guide?
That'd be amazing.
No, I made a promise. And Azzy said, that's right. You made me a promise a very long time ago. I made Azzy a promise that I wouldn't step foot back in that jungle. I now just support others to go out, and I live vicariously through them and hear their stories, the ones that make it back.
Well, we promise to make it back and tell you our stories and hopefully break this curse.
I wish you luck with that. Now, let's talk this map you have. I'm very, very interested in it. Now, I know it may seem daunting, the idea of parting with something that was given to you. Oh, wait, I forget how much you told Azon about its history.
I don't think we name dropped Syndra, but we mentioned that we had.
We did.
But did you mention it that somebody had given it to you? Or
Yeah.
Okay. But I can assure you that my Azzy will pair you with the most incredible guide, never gets lost, and that you won't even know, you won't even miss it.
But without you as our guide, we need the map.
I appreciate you. You are a good one. But I can assure you that the guides who have licenses from me are of the highest quality.
Well, you said you were interested in more of it being filled out, and I have experience in cartography. It's something I've trained in for many years, so that was part of our plan is as we traveled was to fill it out, but we would love to come back after our adventures because, of course, we will be making it back and share it with you then.
May I see this map?
I think Val has it.
Oh yeah, that's up to Val.
I'm looking at them like, are we showing? Given, you know,
We're
little
vibe checking?
eyebrows.
Yes,
Like-
we do a vibe check.
Yeah. Just do a vibe check.
All right, I'll say this is a group vibe check, so pick one person and we'll roll it at advantage. But this is like across the whole past hour of you getting to know him.
Yeah. Okay, who has the
You
highest?
rolled the vibe check? Or
I've got +5
yeah, so it's
Yeah.
to insight.
All right, so we'll do Tefra.
Anytime something happens, we all just look to Tefra for
we're just like
Devesha, I'm gonna message you on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
secrets.
Ooh.
Just because this isn't well. Anyway, talk amongst yourselves.
So Micah's definitely been eating very safely this whole time, but they've been eyeing that, was it a fried tarantula or something?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I automatically on my plate.
I'm like looking at you both like, how dare you do that to a tarantula?
Micah
Do
hasn't
y'all
grabbed
know?
it.
I'm gonna deafen. So
Spiders are
don't
my
talk,
best friend.
talk to yourself.
Spiders are my best friends. How dare you eat them? I'm offended that he's on this table.
He is this one that you knew personally.
I know all spiders personally, so yes. I'm a drow. I love spiders.
I don't think those two things necessarily go together. My father was a drow, and he was not particularly fond of the creatures.
Well, in the Underdark, they are very helpful.
Mm.
And my goddess is a spider, so
Oh,
Interesting.
sorry, I didn't mean any religious offense. It is really good though. Do you want to try? Spider leg?
absolutely not.
They're like
Spiders
the-
are friends.
What if it was the
not
end of the
food.
world? You'd eat the spider.
No, I wouldn't. I would save him. I'd free him. If they have more spiders back there, they're waiting to fry. I will free them. They do this to them. They're innocent creatures.
Belle, how much Tej have you had?
I just really love spiders. Okay.
All right, I have sent Tefra her vibe check. And yeah, Azon and Jabal just watch this debate over their local cuisine with interest. And they like quiz you about Coventry because neither of them have been actually.
Well, if you
Where-
want some cool-
Where all do you hail from? I know Coventry is quite a large continent. What is that like? What adventures have you been on? And you're amazed that he's asked you a question at this. You're like, whoa, I didn't know he was capable of that.
I'm actually not from Coventry. I'm from.
You're from Coventry, but you're not from the same city state.
Oh, isn't it? Isn't it? Oh, I thought Coventry was like the actual little.
No, we're
No,
from
Coventry is the continent. Sharonall is the village.
Oh, I'm on
region.
the. Okay, I'm on the. I grew up in the South. Gotcha. Okay.
Oh. What part of the South? We trade with a lot of people from Dark Cape.
Yeah, I'm from Dark Cape.
No way, really? Oh, that's amazing. I hear it's a quite a stormy harbor, but you know, lucrative for my business, so appreciate it for
My
what
parents are actually the rulers of Dark Cape.
Really?
Yes,
That's very interesting.
for the last 5 years. That's why I moved to. I figured I should get some background here because I've been ignoring it this whole time. Yeah, I ended up in the Sylvain house. That's where we were. Yeah, I ended up in the Sylvain house because I swapped with one of their kids, and they went to Dark Cape. So
Fascinating culture, that. A child exchange program. It's a little unusual.
it is. I wasn't happy about it, but
I don't think I'd be.
to live with it.
Yeah, if we had any kids, I wouldn't want to send them away, right, Azzy? And Azzy says, well, maybe it's good for them to see the world. Yeah, but and they like kind of start bickering between the two of them, but it's all good humored.
And I'm like looking wide-eyed at everyone, like, should she have been saying all of that?
Which is where I'm from. Yes.
I mean, the Sylvain stuff, obviously.
Oh, what did I say? Sylvain.
Try not to you gotta have to just role play this. You can't try and metagame it.
Okay, well, we're doing this all with our eyes. What did I say? What did I do?
Alara's like, let me boast about this. It's the one thing I have.
I don't get it. It's all eyeball talk at this point.
Eyeball talk. Okay, sounds good.
Did I do something wrong? Oh my god.
But so Val, and so he kind of does turn back to you and he says, so House Sylvain, I have heard of Sindra Sylvain. She is a great adventurer in her own right. In fact, I know she's rather good friends with one of the princes in this area, although I find him to be rather a nitwit. But is she the one who gave you the map? That would make sense. She was always an excellent cartographer.
She is actually, yes. She's very generous in that way. She is very generous to her adventurers. We come from her house, yes, and she is very, very generous with letting us go out into the unknown, basically, with something of great, great treasured value.
Indeed. Well, I can assure you I'm also very generous when I want to be. But may I please now see the map? And he there's like a firmness to the way he says that.
I like look over at Tefra and I'm like giving her the eyes of like, you good? We good? We okay with
I'm gonna
this?
put my hand on your leg. Oh, you're not even next to me.
You like
across
kick
from me? I'm gonna a little kick to the shin. 2 kicks means no.
So there's no underneath the table because the table is like ground level.
We should have like a hand signal, like
you guys can do that like special thing that you have.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
let's do our special thingy.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
our special thing of like what means yes. We have our Sylvain senses.
Yeah, I think it's called battle tactics, in which you technically like gets technically for when we're in initiative, but I'll count it for now for like little messages, a way of speaking without using your voice, that you just have to describe it to me. Like we're retconning this, like, hey, remember how like 2 weeks ago we decided that if I tug my ear a little bit, it means go ahead or whatever.
All right, Tefra, what are we doing? What's our thing? It has to be simple, it has to be subtle. So
God, I'm not good at subtle.
What about just like scratching the back of your neck for that? That's like, don't trust a person. And then like, and then like scratching the top of your head means they're cool.
Okay, that works.
let's do that.
I'm just like,
I should probably write that in the notes for later.
Wait, sorry, I was writing that down.
So we all see Tefra do this.
So what did Tefra do? Sorry,
Yeah, what
can
did you
do it?
do? I was
please,
looking.
like,
Okay, so back of neck.
Okay. So Val like is gonna reach into her bra. She's like, yeah, sure. And she like reaches in and she's like, I'm so sorry. Fuck. We changed our outfits over at Wakanga's house and I must have left it with my regular clothes. And she's like, wait, what's this? And she pulls it out and it's the note from Azon.
you don't have that. I think I have that.
Oh, do you have that? Okay, never mind. She doesn't do that because she doesn't have it.
Okay.
But she's like really like searching her bra. Can I do like a deception?
Yeah,
Like searching her bra, like
but he's also like, oh, so you are familiar with Wakanda Otumu then?
Syndra put us in contact with him when we came here.
Oh. And he like, you kind of see
Dirty
Aeson
20.
kind of does a face palm. Like, I'm so embarrassed right now because my husband literally just called that man a dimwit.
Dirty 20.
But Jabal seems unfazed by it. But yes, please roll me a deception check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. Give me a second. I do need to see his stats. Bitch. Where are you? Why do you do this to me? Here he is. Okay. Give me a second. It's D&D. D&D on. Okay. He's rolling a vibe check on you. And he watches as you struggle with your, bra and, or whatever you have underneath. And, maybe you like accidentally flash a little bit of tit.
Yeah.
And so and he's just
God,
kind of like, he's a little put off by it, to be honest. But he's like, oh, okay. And like, you can tell that he's like, he's not questioning whether or not you're being truthful, but he's like, he kind of gives Aeson a look of like, who are these assholes actually at this point? Because he's like, he kind of looks and he's like, so you met with my husband who told you.
Well, I didn't meet with your husband.
Give me a second. Don't interrupt me. First of all, right?
Guess Wakanda isn't the only dumb dimwit. I'm talking about me. I'm the dimwit. Dallas referring to herself as the dimwit. But it is
like, he just like holds up a hand to silence you. And he's like, just so I'm clear, you were told, whoever was told to come here for a discussion about a map, and yet you didn't bring the map?
Because we're discussing it.
How am I supposed to understand at all what we're discussing? I trust my husband, but he doesn't have the same explorer's background that I have. Your map could be a forgery. It could be worthless to me. What?
You really think your husband doesn't know what a real map is? I mean, do you believe Carmen? She saw the map.
And that gets his attention. I still feel like it's unacceptable that you came to negotiation without the object itself. How am I supposed to value it? I don't know anything about its level of detail. I don't know anything about its age, its wear, its ability to be copied. There are some maps that have magical effects on them and it makes it impossible to make copies of it. That completely changes the value of the object itself.
Well, we're not looking to sell the map, so I don't know where you got that idea. Like, we're not going to sell the map. We need it.
And he flashes a look to his husband, and Aeson kind of goes, okay, well, hold on, though. The thing is that selling the map is the wisest decision because Jabal, as the head of the Explorers Guild, can give you basically endless supplies, a highly coveted guide, and make your time in the jungle much easier than it would be otherwise, even if you had a map. It would be lethally idiotic to not sell the map, in fact.
We were trusted with this map, so we cannot sell it.
Yes, it's not technically ours to sell. You would have to contact House Sylvain because this is their property.
And Jabal just says, fine, get out. Leave.
Okay.
All right. Well, this has been fun.
And you hear Aeson go, Joe, and he's like, I don't want to hear it. And he gets up and he storms out.
All right. Well, this was a waste of our time.
I'm still going to thank Aeson for doing as much as he could have before we go.
And he kind of looks at you and he says, "You made the wrong choice tonight."
Of course you would say that, Azon, with all due respect. You guys want the map. Of course you would say that it's a bad decision not to sell it to you.
And I think you have to understand that we're walking into a stranger's, home. Why would we give away the only thing we have without any concrete agreement between the three of us, or the few of us? But still, thank you for the opportunity. And then I want to try to give him the note. The note back.
What do you mean you want to try to give him the note? What does that mean?
Drop it and be like,
Oh,
oh you
yeah.
got something.
Just like on the table.
You see, he picks it up and inspects it, but he just doesn't really acknowledge you. He does put it back into his pocket, though, into his robes.
So I guess we're not meeting tomorrow morning to look for guides.
That is a correct assumption, I'm afraid.
All right.
Oh gosh. I don't want to lose such a valuable connection. If we were able to ask House Sylvain for a way to give you the map, could there be further negotiations made?
My husband is not an inherently unreasonable man. He will come back to the table, but as you've seen tonight, his expectations need to be met in order for a conversation to even occur. There cannot be trickery. There cannot be smugness.
Well, respectfully, Azon, you're the one who made his expectations way too high. We came into this to negotiate without even putting the map on the table for selling. So it is not our fault that he does not have the map, in my opinion. And in this case, it will take a lot for us to sell it. So he will have to come with quite a bit because we are the ones who are negotiating. And this
My
map
dear, you may try and cast off the blame, but it is your fault for trying to do business in Port Nyanzaru without understanding how business is done in Port Nyanzaru.
So in Port Nyanzaru, things are done on the first meeting alone.
In Port
There's
Nyanzaru,
no conversation.
the
No back
merchant
and forth?
princes get what they want.
Well,
we just don't know what
not
to call
that merchant prince.
Val, shut up.
And he just kind of gives you a sad, almost pitying look, but he doesn't respond.
We just need to get out of here. I mean, these
Yeah.
guys, yeah, they just honestly, and I wouldn't, yeah, let's just go.
You know what? I pick up what's left of the spider too, and I take it with me. I'm going to give it a proper care.
That's fine. He says, "Oh, we can get you a box for that. And also, please do take some of the passion fruit curd tarts. They were fresh today. They won't be good tomorrow. And they're quite delicious."
I don't need a box for this
No,
tarantula.
thanks.
Thank you.
All right.
Mike is going to take a tart.
Okay. Okay, so I guess we leave.
I need my swords.
Of
All right,
course.
I need to get my longbow too, so we got to go back over to.
Well, I need my swords from Azon.
Yeah,
Oh.
and there is a guard outside the dining room who is there, and he is overseeing your weapons, and he gives them back to you without complaint or instruction not to. So you guys leave the mansion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, then
I
we'll
say
go
we go back to a Congo.
back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You do, yeah, just quick little walk right across the courtyard back to a Congo. All right. All right.
Okay, so we're getting our weapons and clothes back. Do we see him? Is he there?
I will actually say, let's see, you guys were there for long enough. Well, but the guards who are posted out there, they know you. So Wakangu has retired at this point. Do you wish to summon him, or do you tell the guards that you're just there to collect your stuff?
I want to see
Where's
Syndra.
there to co-
You want to see Syndra?
I want to see Syndra.
We were told she was still sleeping, so I wouldn't want to disturb her. I think
I need her to wake the hell up.
See her.
Well, with this whole map business, we kind of need to talk to her. Because he may attempt to try and steal it at this point, like now that he thinks it's non-negotiable.
I am worried about that.
Yeah,
Did we tell him where we were staying?
I mean, I don't think it's going to be that hard for a merchant prince to find out where 4 newbie adventurers are staying.
I would like to see Syndra.
Yeah.
Not even to wake her up. I want to see her.
Yeah, I agree. I think we need to keep her up to date of what's going on. See how valuable the map is to her.
Is there a way to talk to, like, get in contact with what's the husband's name? Max in
Yeah, Maximilian.
I mean, you can send a letter, but that could take months to both be received by him and to get a reply.
Yeah, so there's no like quicker form of communication.
Not that you know of, no.
Conga doesn't know anybody who has that kind of magic.
You know what sucks is if I would have picked a different, that was one of my first spells that if I would have picked I didn't pick it, so I don't have it. But one of the spells for the other things was teleportation.
Wait, what level are you?
It was the base. It's I'm just level 3.
I don't think you get teleportation until you're like level 8.
It was like it's like a small version of it. I think it's like I don't remember what one it was for, but it was one of the I'd have to go through what the
Oh, crazy. Yeah, keep me up to date because I don't know. Maybe
I didn't pick it though, so I'm never gonna get there. I picked the monsters or whatever the I forgot the name of it, but the
but so Val, you said so you want to wake a Kongu and then see Syndra. Is that what you're saying?
I need to see Syndra. That means waking in with Congo, yes.
All right. Yes, it does because he, again, he's magically locked her door, so it requires him to. So he gets up and he greets you a little bleary-eyed, and he apologizes for being asleep before, basically 10 p.m. But he says, "I am but an old man," even though he's not that old. But you can tell, it's been a taxing couple of days. Like one of his best friends is really ill, and he's been hosting you guys and running around the city and stuff. So he's tired, but he does. He removes the ward from Syndra's room, and he does usher you in there. And there is still that woman in there with the herbs and the medicines, and who's dressed and is kind of tending to Syndra, but Syndra just sleeps soundly. Sorry, I don't know if you guys heard that train. That was crazy. Anyway, but yeah, Syndra sleeps soundly, and her breaths are much more deep than they were when you last were here in the morning. Her breaths in the morning were shallow and ragged. Even as she slept, it looked like she was struggling to breathe, but now she breathes deeply. She breathes relatively healthily.
Can we get an ETA on when it might be safe to wake her up? Wakangu?
He looks over to the woman who is doing most of the attending, and she says, "I keep her like this to prevent the pain. Otherwise, she screams."
Wakanga, do you know anybody who has any sort of messaging magic so that we could maybe get a word to Max about some things?
It is not a spell I myself utilize. Potentially, maybe at... Hold on. Hold on. What is the name of that place? No. He says no, that mages are not very common in this city, and I am, one of the few, and I never bother with those sort of trifling little communication spells. There's so many more interesting things I can do.
Tefra, what about Jabal made you not trust him to show the map?
I just got the sense that he would not take no for an answer, and if he saw the map, we would not be leaving with it.
Okay.
You think it's safe to assume that we won't be getting a guide at this point? Because then we have to figure out some sort of new plan.
I think.
Yeah, I guess.
I think we have
Wait.
to rely on the map, I guess. But we have to keep it protected because I still think he's going to go for it.
We need the licensing charter and the guide. Does he give the licensing charter or does the fort give the licensing charter?
The charter is from the fort. He is the one we go to for guides.
So we might have to go without a guide.
We could try to independently source a guide.
Hmm.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
we
Yeah.
can definitely try for sure.
Maybe
We
Jessamine.
have
She's giving us a lot already, but
we have 750 gold. That's
Yeah.
got to be somewhat helpful. But he's not getting this map. And Val pulls out the map she has tucked away, opens it on the bed, is looking at it.
Which, by the way, can I just say, that was because you rolled so high on deception and he rolled so low. Otherwise, that would have been a totally different encounter. He did not check your vibe very well. He really just thought you were dumb idiots. He
Good.
literally just thought you were stupid.
Honestly, good. That means he underestimates it.
And I think that means at some point, if push comes to shove, we can come back with the map and give it to him.
Micah, how long would it take to make a replica of this map? A good replica of this map. We could give him a replica.
it would take weeks at the very least, this level of detail. I know the whole middle part isn't filled in, but along the coastline is so intricate. I mean, I could work sun up to sundown and it would take me so long.
I don't have that time, sadly. Does he know where we're staying? And Kaya's house was so proposed. Does he know we're there? Should we get a different accommodation? Because
Well, that's where Azon met us, I think. Or he met us
No,
at
he met us-
the lizard.
the list,
Mhm.
Thunderous Lizard.
So
Yeah, but it wouldn't be that hard to figure out where we're staying. Especially
Oh, Val, you did tell Carmen where we were.
I was just thinking that no good deed goes unpunished, I guess.
Can we stay the night at, I forgot his name, Wakanda?
Wakongo.
Wakongos?
Anga Otomu.
I think
Yeah.
it might just be best to go back to Kaya's house because if, something pops off over here, may not want Syndra in her weakened state in the crossfire.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
is it a good defense being at the hotel or the inn?
Well, we can set up a guard system overnight. One of us stays awake for a little bit, wakes the next one. It's not ideal, but it's what we'd be doing in the jungle anyway. Might as well get used to it now.
It's true.
It's true.
All right. So is the plan to attempt to catch a tuk-tuk and go back to the market ward?
I think so.
All right.
I'm gonna ask Wakongo
Mhm.
first if he has a garden, a nice garden with dirt in it.
Yeah, well, in the courtyard, yeah, they're planters that have dirt.
I'd like to bury this spider. I know it seems stupid, but it seems undignified to eat him. And so I would like to give him a proper burial.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Make good fertilizer, I guess. Let's know for the hydrangeas, I guess.
Just call it religious belief.
Sure. I'm not going to judge. I mean, I'll judge, but I'll just do it internally. It's fine. Like to him, this is like if somebody came up with a grilled cheese sandwich and was like, I want to bury this. in
I
the
bury
ground.
this.
Grilled cheeses. Hello.
Yeah,
Grilled
exactly.
cheeses.
Exactly.
And Val's just I know none of you understand. But
Yeah.
he was
No, I love it. I love the role play. If you don't already have inspiration, everybody's role play. If you don't already have inspiration, please take inspiration because you guys have all done so amazing. But yeah, just because we are wrapping up, If people are okay, we can just say, for the sake of ease, that, you know, it's late in the evening, you have an easier time finding a tuk-tuk, an uneventful tuk-tuk ride back to the market ward, back to Kai's House of Repose, and that is where we will stop at the end of day 2 of the death curse. To your knowledge. I mean, the death curse is going on for longer than that, but, you know, to your knowledge. But
Yes.
day 2 of the campaign, guys. 5 episodes in. We've gotten through 48 hours. Amazing.
It's been such an eventful 48 hours. I'm so
Oh,
tired.
You guys
We've
are
had
exhausted.
so much stuff. Yeah, we've gone through so much.
No, very well done. Okay, well, as is I'm trying to make tradition, please everybody give yourself a round of applause for making it through another episode of Tomb of Annihilation.
Before we all get killed by Jabal.
Mhm.
Yeah, it seems like we're leaving off. You guys are at a bit of a crossroads at this point of, you know, you've potentially made some enemies. You have some very high-powered allies as well, though, and it's going to be up to you how you decide to venture forth. Do we want to live decide when we're going to be playing next, just so that the 3 people watching can hear it from us first?
We can go ahead and put a tentative book date on the books.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like the 23rd, maybe?
Oh, I'm going to be in Tahoe.
Well, 2 weeks from now is the 16th.
That's
It's also
Father's
Father's
Day.
Day.
Well, we could do what we did last time with Mother's Day and just do it. Oh, never mind. I can't. I was going to say do it that Monday, but I have a. Oh, no, I don't actually. Could we do it that Monday if you want?
I have an appointment at 10 a.m. on Monday, sadly.
Could people play on a Saturday? Because I'm actually, my Sundays are kind of booked, but I could do Saturday the 29th
I could do that.
The 29th?
of June.
Yeah,
I can do that.
should be fine.
Okay, I know that's kind of far away. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to think, because this weekend have a wedding. Then next week, we could do Saturday the 15th, the morning of Saturday the 15th.
I could do that.
Yeah.
Okay, that works for me as well.
Okay, then I will put it up. D&T. All right. Thank you to people watching. I don't know if Stieg is still here, but I do believe Flora is still here. Okay, yeah, sure. Needs to be a clip. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. And we shall see all of you in just a couple of weeks. Bye.